Check 1, 2. Check, check, check. Hello, test. Hello, test. Hello, test.
Back row. How you live? Things good. Some work. It's just how you.
Watertown.net. Coverage of the Arrows is being brought to you by
Sharp Automotive, Fisher Rounds and Associates, and Kinsman Insurance. Sign Pros, Graph Signs, Kunkel Snyder Optometric Clinic, Active Heating, South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Watertown Dental Care, American Bank and Trust, Sherbinsky Auto Repair, McDonald's, Hy-Vee, Culligan.
Watertown Arrow Athletics.
Coverage of Watertown Arrow Athletics is also brought to you by Stony Brook Suites, Andor Incorporated, Tacker Plumbing and Heating, the Watertown Dairy Queen, Dano's Marine, Hometown Building Center, Compesca Lodge, Northwestern Mutual, Dutch Boy, and First Choice Car Wash, the Blossom Shop.
Watertown Arrow Athletics.
Coverage of Watertown Arrow Athletics is also a service of Riddle's Jewelry of Watertown, Wynn Supply of Watertown, Watertown Healthy Youth, Human Service Agency, Perkins Restaurant in Watertown, Ryan's Glass and Door, Lake Stop 20, Watertown Family Eye Care and Family Dental Center, Brueggemann Insurance, Larry's Lumber, and Roadside Gas.
Purple and gold are coming your way. The Watertown Arrows are going to do it today.
Welcome to Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls as the Watertown Arrows are set to take on the Sioux Falls Washington Warriors. They announced it is the Washington Warriors' 100th homecoming, and they introduced their royalty here in just a few minutes ago. The Warriors come into this game with 1 win and 2 losses. Likewise, the Arrows have 1 win and 2 losses on the season. This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates and Kinsman Insurance pregame show. I'm Todd Henderson. I'll have the call of the ball game for you here this afternoon on a gorgeous day in Sioux Falls at Howard Wood Field. The flag is barely rippling. There's very little breeze. It's a beautiful sunshiny afternoon. It's a great day for football. Once again, this is the Fisher Rounds and Associates Kinsman Insurance pregame show. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with our coaches' comments in 2 minutes.
Fall into savings at Sharp Automotive. Lease the newly designed 2022 GMC Sierra Double Cab SLE for $559 per month. Leasing gives you many advantages. New technology, new warranty, with many options at the end of the lease. $5,000 down or trade equity plus first payment are due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. See dealer for details. Lease includes lease loyalty. 0% financing is available for 36 months. Stop in today or shop online at sharpgm.com. GMC. We are professional grade.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates, along with Kinsman Insurance, combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates and Kinsman Insurance, at your service, at your side. With offices in Watertown, Pierre, Mitchell, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Hi, this is Mandy from Kunkel Snyder Optometric. We're a full-scope eye clinic that offers eye exams for kids and adults of all ages. We have glasses that range from budget to name brand designer. Our doctors fit a variety of contact lenses including astigmatism, bifocal, and even lenses for corneal disease and dry eye. They treat eye infections, pink eye, glaucoma, and even remove metal from the eye. We're here when you need us. We're open 5 days a week, have evening hours, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 882-4175 for an appointment or stop in and see us. We're on Highway 81 North in Watertown. Kunkel Snyder Optometric. Your family's eye care is our family business.
Active Heating would like to wish the Arrows good luck this season. Just like the Arrows, we at Active Heating are always pushing to be the best and improve every day. Through hard work and dedication, you can achieve greatness. Thank you to all the coaches, teachers, administrators, and parents for supporting leadership and teamwork through high school athletics. Go Arrows!
For all your heating and air conditioning needs, you can call Active Heating at 882-2663. 882-2663.
Pre-game show being brought to you by Fisher Rounds & Associates and Kinsman Insurance. Coach's comments brought to you by Kunkel Snyder Optometric Clinic. I had a chance to talk with Watertown head coach John Hodorf.
Attorney General Mark Vargo here, reminding you what your rights are when somebody knocks on your door to sell you something. Whether it's at your home or at your business, they're required to give you a 3-day right to cancel or give you a 100% money-back guarantee. With fall and winter fast approaching, our door-to-door salespeople are making a last-ditch effort to make their sales. If you've encountered this type of sale and have questions or concerns, please reach out to my Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Checking in with Watertown head coach John Hodorf. And Coach, I haven't had a chance to see you in person yet. Tell me about the Arrow football team so far this year.
Well, so far this year, we're 1-2. We beat Huron. We lost to Brookings and Yankton. The Yankton game was our last game last week, and it wasn't great on the scoreboard. But if you go back and look, our kids did a lot of things really, really well. We held possession of the ball for almost the entire first quarter. Didn't come out with any points, but very potentially could have been 14 or 21-7 at halftime, and just didn't quite get it done. Few things didn't go our way in the end, and scoreboard didn't really show it, but very good effort by our offensive linemen, running backs, H-backs, wings, all of our guys blocking. They did a great job in the run game.
So how do you take the next step then to complete those drives and to be successful getting it in the end zone?
Like we had on that drive, we had a play that was kind of a busted play. Instead of just taking a 1-yard gain or a 1-yard loss, we had ran around all over in the backfield and ended up taking a 7-8 yard loss, which is hard to overcome. So we just talked a lot about 0 yards, positive yards all the time. If we can get that done, then we'll get first downs and we'll get in the end zone. We just got to stay positive the whole time and can't get into any negative situations and have penalties and that kind of thing.
Staying with the offense, running team, passing team, what do the Arrows look like?
This year, a little different than what you're used to in the past. I think we only ended up throwing the ball like 4 or 5 times at the Yankton game. This week could be a little bit different. We have to be able to spread the ball out a little bit more than what we did last week. But if we can run the ball and we're having success running the ball, we're going to keep running the ball. If you can get 6, 7, 8 yards per carry, that's first down pretty often. And and that's what you're looking for.
And that key is kind of up front, isn't it, to be able to run the ball well?
Yeah, and when your offensive line is doing a really good job like we were in Yankton, you just want to kind of stick with those guys and let them do their job and what they're good at and keep running with them.
To jump to the other side of the line, defensively, tell me about the Arrows this year.
Defensively, we're a three-front. We are young defensively. We only have 2 kids who have ever played defense before, and one of those has been very minimal. So young. Hopefully this week we spent a lot of time trying to improve on our tackling and just understanding what to do if a back's in a certain situation. And defensively, we got some work to do, but our coaches did a good job of coming up with a good game plan, and hopefully that works out.
So those young kids, this will be game number 4. Are you seeing some improvement? Are they starting to understand things?
Yeah, our kids are starting to understand it. They're doing a good job. Yankton was an improvement. It didn't, like I said, didn't look like it on the scoreboard, but it was an improvement from the previous 2 weeks. We played better against Yankton than we did against Huron. Yankton's a good football team. They're going to win a lot of games this year.
Tell me about Sioux Falls, Washington, the opponent here next. What are they like this year?
Sioux Falls, Washington, I think they got their first win against Roosevelt here last week. They're also a good football team. They have a couple guys going on to one for sure to NDSU and a couple more that are Division II at least, if not bigger than that type guys. Abraham Myers at their defensive end is probably one of the best players in the state right now. They run the ball pretty well. They like the short passing game, and they play real hard on defense.
Give me a couple of keys to being successful against Washington.
Keys to being successful, kind of like in any game, is minimize mistakes, no penalties, and play hard on special teams. If you do those things, you always give yourself a chance to win.
Watertown head coach John Hodorf on the pregame show. We'll take a timeout. We'll continue with more in 2 minutes.
Does your business need a little pick-me-up? Are you a business owner looking to increase your brand and get more customers? Let Sign Pro customize your business. Sign Pro can refresh your signage, add window graphics, banners, car decals, customized drinkware, and so much more. Sign Pro has partnered with Graph Signs to design your perfect digital billboard ad for 25,000 plus views a day on Highway 20. Contact Sign Pro today to grow your business. 605-882-0106 or find them on Facebook at Sign Pro Watertown.
At Watertown Dental Care, dentistry isn't just a job, it's our passion. This is Dr. Darren Bach, and for over 15 years, my team of professionals and I have built our practice on trust, patient service, and exceptional dental care. We never forget you have a choice. Every decision we make, from expanded hours to convenient financial options, is done to make your patient experience both convenient and comfortable. We invite you to experience our personalized care and attention firsthand. Call today, 882-0747.
Giving you something to smile about. Watertown Dental Care.
American Bank and Trust is inspired to give back to the Watertown community through the Watertown Spirit Card Program. Show your local school spirit with a debit card showcasing the Watertown Arrows logo and give back to the Watertown School District. For each purchase made with your Spirit Card, AB&T will donate a percentage of the purchase back to the Watertown School District. Call or stop into your local branch today for more details and sign up for a Watertown Spirit Card with American Bank and Trust. Go Arrows! Member FDIC.
The kids are ready to head back to school. But are their cars? Let Sherbensky Auto Repair help. Hi, this is Bob from Sherbensky Auto Repair. We offer a full line of automotive services. Whether it's oil changes, engine diagnostics, or tires, we can do it all. Don't forget to ask about Tetnec warranty and roadside assistance. Call for an appointment today or check out our website or check us out on Facebook. Sherbensky Auto Repair, because doing it right is always the right thing to do.
Welcome back to Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls. Homecoming here for the Washington Warriors, and the Arrows and Warriors getting set for some action. Temperature of the game brought to you by Active Heating Incorporated. And it is a beautiful afternoon. As I mentioned, just a few clouds in the sky, mostly sunny, 77 degrees right now at the football field. 60% humidity, light southwest breeze, maybe 5 or 6 miles per hour. The flag is not moving at all, and the barometer is 29.90. So beautiful afternoon for high school football here at Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls. It's the Washington Warriors at 1-2 against the Arrows at 1-2. Temperature of the game brought to you by Active Heating and Air Conditioning. I want to remind you we have live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. GoWatertown.net for the live audio and video stream. Nick Bentine on the camera here this evening. We'll take a time out. This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates Kinsman Insurance pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups for both teams on KS 93. We'll pause and be back in 2 minutes.
When it's hot out and you need to chill, chill with McDonald's. Choose from one of their many frozen sweet treats, like the frozen Coca-Cola, the frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, or the frozen Sprite Lemonade. Whatever you choose, you'll be choosing delicious. All frozen drinks are available at both Highway 212 and Interstate McDonald's locations.
If all you want is a sip of water at the kitchen sink, any filter will do. I want better water in the laundry, better water in the bathroom, better water at every tap, in every room for everyone in my home. Every time, everywhere I use water, every day. So I got a whole home filtration system from Culligan. Now I ask you, how long will it take for you to call the Culligan man?
Hey, Culligan Man.
I'm Jason Hansen, your local Culligan man in Watertown. Call us today at 886-4830.
This is Casey from Stony Brook Suites Assisted Living. We have a variety of suite layouts to suit your personal needs, from a comfortable studio suite all the way up to our 2-bedroom suites. We have just the room for you. We are proud to offer the largest suites in the area, providing the amount of space you desire. All of our suites and amenities are on one level, providing ease and peace of mind for family. Stop in today for a cup of coffee and a tour of our beautiful facility. We are located at 500 16th Avenue Northeast, or give us a call at 882-0013.
Life is sweet in Stony Brook Suites.
To achieve great things, it takes a great team. Attacker Plumbing and Heating Andor Incorporated, they have the get it done and then some team of talented, passionate people who will get the job done right. The service techs and those behind the scenes work together to provide top-notch service that you've come to expect from Tacker Plumbing and Heating Andor Incorporated for over 60 years. The business that service built.
Call on the business that service built. Call Tacker.
This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates Kinsman Insurance pregame show on KS 93. Again, live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. Brought to you by Sharp Automotive and by American Bank and Trust. Starters brought to you by Sign Pros, Graph Signs. For Sioux Falls, Washington, at center is Tanner Van Meteren. He's 245 and a senior. The guards are Darian Ward, 225 and a senior. And Berg Alberts, 225 and a junior. Left tackle is Spencer Bartling, 250 and a junior. And the right tackle is Hudson Arbach, 290 and a sophomore. They have 4 wide receivers. They will have Caden Schmidt, 175 and a senior. Derod Franklin, he's 155 and a senior. He has 19 catches on the season for 172 yards. The best receiver, or the most prolific receiver for them so far, is Trig Otten. Trig has 9 catches for 212 yards receiving so far on the season. Eric Zion, also a receiver, 165 and a senior. Running back is Gabe Cantor. The quarterback is Tommy Hoffman. He's 155 and a sophomore. Through 3 games, he's passed 71 times, completed 42 for 479 yards passing. Rushing game hasn't been much for Sioux Falls, Washington here in the early season. Defensively, the Arrows playing a 34 this year, 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. The nose guard is Jaden Lambert, 240 6'1" and 240 pounds. Brock Etram, 6 foot 210, and Caden Beauchamp, 6'2", 190 are the tackles. Linebackers are Simon Hendricks, 5'11", 180. Mason Whiting, 6 foot 160. Austin Johnson, 6'1", 175, and Spencer Wenches, 6'1", 195. Cornerbacks are Marcus Rabine, 6'1" and 180. Ashton First in Trouble, 5'11", 175. Safeties, Dalton Baumberger, 6'2", 190. And Jesse Werner, 5'9", and 165. Flip the charts to the other side for Watertown offensively. Up front is Landon Perry at center. He's 5'10", 230. One of the guards, Isaac Redfield, 6'4", 260. Brock Etram, the other, at 6 foot 210. Tackles are Chase Crocker, 6'4" and 235, and Colby Locker, 6 foot 250. Receivers for the Arrows, Jesse Werner, 5'9", 165. Dalton Baumberger, 6'2", 190. Cohen Kranz, 5'11", 160. And Ashton First in Trouble, 5'11", 175. Juven Hudson, the running back, at 5'10", 180. And Alex Carey, 6 foot 175, is the quarterback for the Watertown Arrows. Washington also plays a 34 defense. The nose guard is Bertho Wenentanda, 245 and a junior. The ends are Raymond Rames, 200 and a senior, and Abraham Myers, he's 230 and a senior. Coach mentioned him as probably one of the best players in the state. He has 5 sacks on the season already. Linebackers are Caden Schmidt, 175 and a senior. Chase Gunderson, 200 and a senior. Dante Smith, 185 and a sophomore. Jackson Hayden, he's 170 and a senior. The D-backs are DeAntrell Smith, 145 and a senior. Lane Knutson, 170 and a sophomore. Mandela Mohammed, 175 and a senior. And Jackson Shemizamana, 160 and a senior at a defensive back as well. Starting lineups brought to you by Sign Pros and Graph Signs. This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show on KS93's coverage of Watertown Arrow football here this evening from Howard Wood Stadium in Sioux Falls. Again, it is a beautiful day. It is absolutely a perfect day for high school football. Two teams are lining up on the sidelines getting ready for the national anthem. The Washington Warrior Band marching out onto the track field, and they will play the national anthem in front of the stadium. We will take a break during that time as we do not have a mic downfield side. We're high atop the Howard Wood Stadium, the highest point you can get. We have a beautiful view, and you can see that view the same that we have on our live audio and video stream at GoWatertown.net. That is brought to you by Sharp Automotive and by American Bank and Trust. This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show and Kinsman Insurance pregame show. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more football from Howard Wood in 3 minutes. This weekend, it's a 3-day fuel saver sale. You earn 30 cents off per gallon with every $60 purchase at Hy-Vee in Watertown. All weekend, 3-day fuel saver sale. 30 cents off per gallon with every $60 purchase.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Are you ready to join a fun work environment? Well, take a look at joining your Watertown Dairy Queen Grill and Chill. They're looking for new crew members, cooks, and managers. Starting wages are $12 to $13 an hour depending on experience. If you want to be a manager, you would start around $15 an hour. Get more information at your Watertown Dairy Queen. Stop in and pick up an application today. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill of Watertown is looking for new crew members.
Dano's Marine in Watertown is taking orders for the new 2023 Ranger boats powered by Mercury Outboards. Get the details on the Ranger 621 CFS and Ranger Regatta 223 pontoon, the Cruise Fish Series powered by Mercury Outboards. Stop by and see recent trade-ins of Mercury-powered Ranger boats. That's Dano's Marine, your elite Ranger Mercury dealer, and an authorized White River Marine Group boats dealer on West 212 Watertown or online 24/7 at danosmarine.com.
Flooring sets the stage for your interior style, but having style doesn't mean your flooring can't be durable. At Hometown Building Center, we've got flooring options to showcase your individual style while holding up to everyday life. Visit our 20,000 square foot showroom for ideas and inspiration. From tile to hardwood, vinyl to carpet, we carry the flooring that's just right for you, and we can even take care of the installation. Hometown Building Center, South Highway 20 in Watertown.
Hi, this is Doris from Compesca Lodge and Store, Lake Compesca's mini mall for 60 years. We are a family of arrows, and good luck, arrows, in your game. We are one of the first convenience stores in Watertown, providing fishing, hunting, and boating supplies, groceries, and beverages. It's first to Compesca Lodge and then to the lake.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed, both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and designs a financial plan to take you there, so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual, the Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Contact Bill Keller in the Watertown office of Northwestern Mutual.
Welcome back to Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls as we get set for this matchup between the Watertown Arrows and the Washington Warriors. They will introduce the starting lineups. They will have the coin toss at midfield, and then we will get this ball game underway here this afternoon. Kickoff is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Again, live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. It's brought to you by Sharp Automotive and by American Bank and Trust. I'm Todd Henderson. I'll have the call of this ball game this afternoon. Nick Bentine on the streaming camera for us. And Kurt Crawford takes care of all the technical things that we try to do on these broadcasts of Watertown Arrow Sports. Arrows will be home next Friday night to take on a very good Pierre Governor team at the Watertown Stadium, and then the following week is homecoming week for Watertown High School. The Arrow volleyball team will be at Brookings that Tuesday. The football game will be at home, obviously, for homecoming 2 weeks from tonight. So a couple of home games ahead for the Watertown Arrows. While they finish the introduction of the starting lineups, I think we have time for one more break. This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates Kinsman Insurance pregame show. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back in 2 minutes.
No matter what's going on in your life or in the world, there's always been one place that's your own personal space. Your front row seat to the open road, your constantly changing window to the world.
Ew, gross.
Since your vehicle is your safest way to get around, here's an easy, affordable, and contactless way to keep it sparkling clean all the time.
With a Dutch Boy or First Choice Car Wash monthly membership, you can get your vehicle washed every day. Memberships are good at both locations. Get your pass online at everwash.com or at either location.
Fall into savings at Sharp Automotive. Lease the newly designed 2022 Chevrolet Silverado Crew LT for $559 per month. Leasing gives you many advantages. New technology, new warranty, and many options at the end of the lease. $5,000 down or trade equity plus first payment or due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. See dealer for details. Sharps also buys and consigns vehicles. Stop in today or shop online at sharpgm.com. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds and Associates, along with Kinsman Insurance, combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds and Associates and Kinsman Insurance, at your service, at your side, with offices in Watertown, Pierre, Mitchell, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Hi, this is Mandy from Kunkel Snyder Optometric. We're a full-scope eye clinic that offers eye exams for kids and adults of all ages. We have glasses that range from budget to name brand designer. Our doctors fit a variety of contact lenses including astigmatism, bifocal, and even lenses for corneal disease and dry eye. They treat eye infections, pink eye, glaucoma, and even remove metal from the eye. We're here when you need us. We're open 5 days a week, have evening hours, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 882-4175 for an appointment or stop in and see us. We're on Highway 81 North in Watertown. Kunkel Snyder Optometric. Your family's eye care is our family business.
Welcome back to Howard Wood Stadium in Sioux Falls. The Arrows in their white uniforms, tops, purple bottoms. Washington all orange with the black helmets and white numbers as we get set for football action here this evening between the Watertown Arrows and the Washington Warriors. Now they will have the coin toss at the 50-yard line and we'll get set for football action here this evening. Watertown captains across the way will come out to the middle of the field, join the officials, as will the Sioux Falls Washington captains. And they will have the coin flip and we'll get set for football action here this afternoon. This is the first of 2 games here at Howard Wood this evening. I know across town, Sioux Falls O'Gorman also is having their homecoming this week as well. And the O'Gorman Knights have their own football field at their own school location, and they have homecoming there this evening as well. So the official will talk to the 2 teams, explain things, and they'll flip the coin and see who will get to choose whether to take the ball, defer, or kick. Rarely do you have a team say, we want to kick. They defer and end up kicking, but I have seen it. I have seen it in the past, though, where a team has won the toss and chose to kick the ball, depending on some weather conditions, whether it was really windy or something like that. Watertown calls tails. The coin hits the ground. It is heads, so Washington gets the choice. They will defer, so Watertown will take the ball to begin the ball game. So the Arrows will get offense first here this evening. And now they'll decide which side of the field the 2 teams want to play. Watertown will be, this field doesn't face directly north-south. It's kind of northwest-southeast. And Watertown will be on the north side of the field. Washington will be on the south side of the field as we get set for this matchup. Again, there's no wind, so the wind is not a factor here at all this afternoon. Maybe 5 miles an hour, maybe occasionally 6, but the flag barely ripples, and it is a beautiful day for football here. Just about set to go. It takes a lot to get these football games underway. A lot of festivity, especially with homecoming. But it takes a lot to get these games ready to roll. And we are just about ready to roll. 12 minutes on the clock. Scoreboard to my right. Scoreboard to my left. And we're set to go. Doing the kicking will be Noah Weber. Noah Weber will kick for the Watertown Arrows, or for the Washington Warriors. Dropping back for Watertown will be Juven Hudson and Jesse Werner to receive this kick. And now they've changed it. It's going to be Ashton First in trouble and Jesse Werner to return the kick. I know Juven has a bit of an ankle issue, so probably not going to run the special teams because of that. So Ashton first in trouble, and Jesse Werner back deep to receive the opening kick here. Officials' whistle has blown. We're set to go as Weber approaches the ball. Line drive kick coming down to first in trouble at the 5. Straight ahead to the 10. 15 cuts left. Had a lane up the middle. Decided not to go that direction. Arrows are going to get called for a holding penalty. First in trouble makes it to the 24-yard line, but that's going to be backed up as Watertown will get called for a holding penalty. And that will cost them 10 yards and take it back to the 14-yard line, where Watertown will start first and 10 at their 14-yard line. So the Arrows start first and 10 at the 14-yard line is where they will have the ball. Excuse me. As they break huddle, they'll have Juven Hudson, the running back. 2 wide receivers to the left side. Now they moved it all the way back to the 9. Why did they move it back to the 9? He was down at the 24. It was a 10-yard penalty. They put it down at the 9. The official said 10-yard penalty. At any rate, Carey awaits the snap from center, takes it. He's back to pass, sets. Pump fakes, going to go down the left side. He's got a man out there, and we're going to have interference on the D-back as Lane Knutson was all over Jesse Werner, and that'll be pass interference against Sioux Falls, Washington, and the Arrows will get a first down on that penalty. Nice pump fake that time by Alex Carey. His ball was underthrown, though, and Jesse Werner had to slow down, and when he did, the defensive back Lane Knutson ran into him, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty. So, even though Watertown was called for a 10-yard penalty, and it took it back to the 9, they're going to get it all back here on a 15-yard pass interference penalty against Sioux Falls, Washington. Trips left for Watertown, 1 receiver to the right side. Shotgun for Alex Carey on first down and 10, 24-yard line. Alex takes the snap, flips it out in the flat. He needs a block, didn't get it. Trying to get to the outside was the receiver. Just going to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think it was Dalton Baumberger. Nope, Dalton was trying to make the block. And it was Cohen Kranz on the reception, and there was nowhere to go. Again, they needed 1 block, but couldn't make that block, so it'll be second down and 10 for Watertown at the 25-yard line. Trips to the right side for the Arrows. First in trouble out here with Cohen Kranz and Werner. Wide to the left side is Baumberger. Shotgun again for Alex Carey. Carey takes the snap, gives to Juven Hudson. Straight ahead, hit by a linebacker after a gain of just 2 on the carry for Juven. And that'll bring up a third down and 8 for the Watertown Arrows. They have it at their own 27-yard line. 10:50 to go first quarter, first possession of the ball here in the football game. Wide to the left side is Jesse Werner. Trips right for Watertown. Dalton Baumberger, Ashton first in trouble, and Cohen Kranz. Juven Hudson behind his quarterback Alex Carey on third down and 8. He's in shotgun formation. The clock at 6. Alex awaits the snap. Blitz coming up the middle. Sets his feet, now rolls to the right. Looks downfield, got his man, but undershot the intended receiver, Ashton, first in trouble. Another penalty flag came out, though, and that was around the 35-yard line. That may be a defensive holding penalty. We'll see what the official says. Now they're going to put it down at the 27-yard line. It's going to be a holding penalty against the defense. And it'll be from the 27-yard line, so that should take it to the 37-yard line. And the Arrows get their second first down of this possession, both of those by penalty, as that's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So it'll be first and 10 for the Arrows at the 37-yard line. Trips to the right, 1 to the left side. Running back behind the quarterback now is a different running back. Alex Carey in shotgun formation takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Runs right, brought down on the play by that really good defensive end. Abraham Myers brought down Alex for a loss of 2. Brings up a 2nd down and 12 for the Watertown Arrows. Running back in there for Watertown now is Spencer Wenches. Jesse Werner wide to the left side. Baumberger a slot on the right side, along with Cohen Kranz, and wide out is Ashton first in trouble. 2nd down and 12 for the Arrows. Wenches behind the quarterback. It's a 3-down lineman, 4 linebacker set. Alex takes the snap, gives to Wenches, runs into the pile left, pulls through the pile and got 3 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 for Watertown at the 38-yard line. 9:23 to go in the first quarter of play. No score. 3rd down and 9 for Watertown at the 38-yard line. Arrows look to the sideline for the play call. They get it. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Single coverage on the wideouts. Looks like a blitz coming here from the left side, a blitz coming from the right side. Carey back to pass, sets his feet down the left side. Got his man out there, just overshot him. Incomplete. Jesse Werner had a step on the defensive back lane, Knutson, but the ball overthrown, incomplete. So it'll be 4th down for Watertown, and the Arrows will be forced to punt the ball. Back deep to receive it for Sioux Falls is Mohammed, and can't see who he's joined by back there. Snaps a little high. Punt is away. Low line drive kick. Mohammed fields at 32, comes left to the 35 to the 40. Breaks a tackle. He'll get to the 44-yard line. They'll give him the 45, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Washington. They will start in good field position, and they will be at their 45-yard line. They are led by a sophomore quarterback, Tommy Hoffman. Again, their run game hasn't been prolific here in the early going, but we'll see if the Arrows can shut them down a little bit. Trey Otten, dangerous receiver, comes wide to the left side. Slot on the left side is Eric Zayon. Shotgun for Tommy Hoffman. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, go right, and he'll be brought down on the play by defensive end Brock Etrum. Looked like a broken play and a loss of 6 on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 16 for Washington back at their 39. Brock Etrum, defensive end on the left side, got in on the tackle. 8:19 to go first quarter, no score. Wide receiver to the right side is Caden Schmidt. Trips to the left. Now this lines up like a possible wide receiver screen. It's going to be thrown out in the flat, but incomplete. Pass intended that time for Eric Zayon. Timing was off. It'll be 3rd down and 16 for Sioux Falls, Washington at their 44-yard line. 3rd down and 16, I should say, for Washington at their 44. Tommy Hoffman ran to the sideline to get the play call from his coach. And now coming wide to the left is Trey Otten. He's joined out here on the left side by Derod Franklin. Wing back right side. Now they shift wide to the right. Caden Schmidt, slot on the left. Back to pass is Hoffman. He sets his feet, throws it in the middle, got his man, Otten, but it's going to be a gain of only 7 and bring up a 4th down and 9. Good ball that time by Hoffman to Otten. Gain of 7, but brings up a 4th down and 9 for Sioux Falls, Washington. So Trey Otten will drop back to do the punting. Arrow's got to be aware he's dangerous back there. Otten awaits the snap from center. He's around the 32. Final man comes out on the field. Eric Zayon for Washington. Otten gets a low snap. Missed the punt. The ball is free. It's recovered by Washington, but the Arrows are going to have the ball in great field position, as that's going to be a loss of 4 on the punt because Otten literally missed the ball. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Watertown. The Arrows will start at the 42-yard line of Sioux Falls, Washington. 7:22 to go here in quarter number 1. No score in the football game. 1st and 10, Arrows 42 of Washington. Arrows getting some guys late into the ball game as they bring in Simon Hendricks and also Austin Johnson as they're lining up in a power run formation now. Single wideouts left and right, 2 offset setbacks to the left side. Give is straight ahead, trying to sidestep tacklers is Winches, and he does. He'll only get a couple of yards on the carry. The Arrows overloaded the left side, then ran back to the right. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Arrows at the 40-yard line of Sioux Falls, Washington. Again in the game is Austin Johnson and also Simon Hendricks, and they line up as kind of offset backs to the left side of the formation. Single wideouts left and right. Winches to the right shoulder of Alex Carey. 2nd down and 8. Carey awaits the snap. Blitz coming left side. Gives the ball to Winches. Cuts behind a nice block there. Winches going to get 5 yards to the 35. Good block on the left side by Sam Hendricks as he opened the hole for Winches, and he got 5 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 3 for Watertown, 35-yard line of the Washington Warriors. 6:20 to go, first quarter, no score. Arrows line up with Werner wide to the left side, first in trouble, wide to the right side. 2 running backs lined up power left side. Winches behind the quarterback, Alex Carey on 3rd down and 3. Blitz coming right side. Gives to Winches straight ahead. Not going to get the first down. He'll only get a yard. He'll be 2 yards short of a first down. And the Arrows have a 4th and 2 at Sioux Falls, Washington's 34-yard line. And the Arrows in 4-down territory here. 5:40 to go, first quarter, no score. Arrows will line up this time. Hendricks and Johnson on the right side of the formation. Winch is still the quarterback, taking a long time to get the play in as the Arrows line up in their formation on 4th down and 2. Washington with 4 men on the line of scrimmage this time. On 4th and 2, Carey takes the snap, gives to Winches. He's not going to get the first down. He'll come up a yard short. Arrows will turn it over on down. So Washington holds Watertown, and they will take the ball 1st and 10 at their 33-yard line. We have 5:12 to go here in the first quarter of play and no score in this football game. 1st and 10 for Sioux Falls, Washington at the 33-yard line. They run Caden Schmidt wide to the right side. 3 receivers wide to the left side. Trey Otten is the dangerous one. Hoffman, shotgun formation on 1st down. Takes the snap, gives to his running back coming left. Got caught from behind by Winches and pulled down. Good pursuit by Winches as he brings down the running back on that play. That was Gabriel Cantor. And Cantor will lose 3 yards on the play. Nice job, Hunter Winches. Great pursuit that time. Or Spencer Winches, from the left side. 2 receivers either side. 1 in motion is Otten now. Hoffman awaits the snap, takes it. He's back to pass, flips it out in the flat to Cantor. Cuts back, got away from Hendricks, got out to the 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 on the pass completion. Just a little dump pass to Cantor brings up a 3rd down and 8 for Washington at their 35. 4:16 to go here in quarter number 1. No score in this football game. 3rd down and 8 for Washington. Trig Otten comes wide left. He's joined out here by Eric Zayon. 1 receiver to the right side. I formation offset from the quarterback. Hoffman pump fakes, throws it out in the flat. Got Cantor again. Nice open field tackle. Who made that? Let me see who it is. 88 for the Watertown Arrows. Mason Whiting A linebacker made a nice open field tackle on that play. No gain. It'll be 4th down and 8. Good play by Wenches on that possession. Good play by Whiting on that possession. Trig Otten to punt the ball. He stands at his 22. Gets a good snap. Punt away this time. High end over end kick, going to be fielded at the 36, grabbed right there, fights forward to the 40. Good job of getting about 7 yards on that play. Taking that ball was First in Trouble, and First in Trouble made that reception and was still able to get about 7 yards. Very nicely done. So the Arrows, 1st and 10, this time starting at their 42-yard line on possession number 3. 3:16 to go in the opening quarter, no score in the football game. 1st and 10, Watertown, 41-yard line. Coming wide left for the Watertown Arrows is Ashton First in Trouble. They have a wide receiver to the left side, 2 lead backs on the left side of the formation. Alex Carey awaits the snap. Gets a good one. Fakes it. Play action. Sets. Throws it deep down the right side. Going to be a jump ball. And it's going to be intercepted. It'll be intercepted on the play by Deontrell Smith. As again, that ball was underthrown. And Deontrell Smith made the interception at the 25-yard line. So Washington gets the ball right back. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Pass intended for Ashton First in Trouble, but it was underthrown, and Dontrell had the inside position and made the interception. Split backs this time for Hoffman. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Blitz coming. Hoffman gives the handoff to Cantor. He cuts to the left and to the right, falls down. And in high school football, when you fall down, you can't get back up and run. It'll be a loss of 1. 2:56 to go here in quarter number 1. No score. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Washington Warriors. They have the ball at their 24-yard line. Trig Otten goes wide to the right side. Wide to the near side is Derod Franklin. Slot right, running back to the left shoulder of Hoffman. Hoffman takes the snap, gives to Cantor, trying to get to the outside. Big hole. Runs through that hole, and he'll get 11 yards and a 1st down. Gabe Cantor on the carry, and he is going to get 11 yards and a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Washington. 35-yard line, their first down of the ball game. 2:25 to go first quarter, no score. Washington 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They line up with a stack of 3 receivers on the right side. Now they shift and bring 2 either side. Hoffman awaits the snap, takes the snap, back to pass, looks across the middle, chased, gets away, throws it underneath, got Zion. Zion falls forward for 3 yards. Zayon got 3 yards on the carry, brings up a 2nd down and a 38-yard line. Pretty good pressure by the lineman up front for the Watertown Arrows. In there now at the nose tackle for Watertown is Jaden Lambert. I guess he always has been there. I just had the wrong number. Arrows have 2, 4, 5 on the line of scrimmage. Snap and give to Cantor. He's going to run into the pile and go sideways for no gain. In on the tackle that time was Caden Beauchamp. Also Lambert in on the play, and also Etram in on the play as well. No gain. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 for Washington at their 39. Trig Otten goes wide right. 2 receivers left, running back to the right shoulder of Hoffman. Hoffman as a man in motion. Zayon takes the snap, sets, throws underneath. Oh, Otten is all alone. Somebody blew the coverage, and Otten's going to go the distance. That'll be a 61-yard touchdown pass as somebody left Otten alone, and Otten caught the ball. There were 4 Arrows around him, but He was beyond them, and he raced down the field for a 61-yard touchdown. Washington strikes first with 47 seconds to go here in quarter number 1, and they'll try to tack on a point after. Justin Zatino to try the point after. Snaps high, sets down, kick is up, and it is no good. Goes wide to the left. 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. Washington 6, Watertown nothing. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
Active Heating would like to wish the Arrows good luck this season. Just like the Arrows, we at Active Heating are always pushing to be the best and improve every day. Through hard work and dedication, you can achieve greatness. Thank you to all the coaches, teachers, administrators, and parents for supporting leadership and teamwork through high school athletics. Go Arrows!
For all your heating and air conditioning needs, you can call Active Heating at 882-2663. 882-2663.
That'll go in the books as a 5-play, 75-yard drive, 61 yards on a missed defensive coverage that time. Otten was a wide receiver. He ran a slant. He stopped, turned around. The ball was there, and when he turned around again, there were no arrows there. So he took off and went 61 yards for the score. Sioux Falls, Washington leading by a score of 6-0 with 47 seconds to go in quarter number 1. So Washington turns a turnover into 7 points, and they will kick off. Washington will kick off to the Watertown Arrows, and it'll be Noah Weber to do the kicking. Weber receives the official's whistle. Left-footed kicker going to put the foot to it. And does so, end-over-end kick coming down to first in trouble. He grabbed it, he dropped it, he went into the end zone. And when you go into the end zone in high school football, you can't run it out. It is a touchback. So Watertown will have it first and 10 at the 20-yard line is where they will start possession number 4 here in the first quarter of play. We have 45 seconds remaining. It is a 6-0 lead for Sioux Falls, Washington. Watertown breaks their huddle on the sideline. It'll be Jesse Werner on the far left side. First in trouble comes wide to the right. 2 running backs on the right side. 1 running back behind the quarterback, Alex Carey. Carey takes the snap, little counter he's going to give to Wenches. Wenches goes for 4. Nope, they're going to back him up 3 yards on the carry. Brings up a 2nd down and 7 for Watertown. Spencer Wenches in there at running back because a couple of other Arrows are injured. Juven Hudson tried to go but was unable to. Spencer Wenches 6'1" and 195 and a sophomore. So Watertown has it 2nd down and 7. The clock's going to run out, though, and we'll switch sides. End of 1 from Howard Wood. It's a 6-0 lead for Washington. This is the Arrows on KS 93. We'll come back in a minute.
Attorney General Mark Vargo here, reminding you what your rights are when somebody knocks on your door to sell you something. Whether it's at your home or at your business, they're required to give you a 3-day right to cancel or give you a 100% money-back guarantee. With fall and winter fast approaching, our door-to-door salespeople are making a last-ditch effort to make their sales. If you've encountered this type of sale and have questions or concerns, please reach out to my Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Attention area schools. Sign Pro in Watertown is your home for customized water bottles for your students and athletes. Sign Pro has yard signs, vehicle decals, banners, and so much more for you and your local sports team. They also have tumblers, coffee cups, and beverage holders for mom, dad, and the whole family. Let Sign Pro customize your team to victory. Call Sign Pro today, 605-882-0106, or check them out on Facebook at Sign Pro Watertown.
In that first quarter of play, Washington had 77 yards of total offense, and they had 61 on the one play for the touchdown. The Arrows with just 19 yards of offense in that first quarter. Watertown has it 2nd down and 7 at their 23-yard line. And they have those two blockers on the right side of the formation. Carey takes the snap, gives straight ahead. Wenches will pull forward to the 25, a gain of 2. And that brings up a 3rd down and 5 for Watertown at their 25-yard line. Brock Etram running to the sideline with an equipment problem, it looks like. So it'll be 3rd down and 5 for Watertown at the 25-yard line. Just underway in the second quarter of play. Washington leading by a 6-0 score. Live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. Nick Bentine on the streaming camera tonight. Werner wide to the left side, first in trouble wide to the right side. Now a timeout taken by the Arrows. We will as well. 11:19 to go in the half. 6-0 Washington. We'll come back in 1 minute.
At Watertown Dental Care, dentistry isn't just a job, it's our passion. This is Dr. Darren Bach, and for over 15 years, my team of professionals and I have built our practice on trust, patient service, and exceptional dental care. We never forget you have a choice. Every decision we make, from expanded hours to convenient financial options, is done to make your patient experience both convenient and comfortable. We invite you to experience our personalized care and attention firsthand. Call today, 882-0747.
Giving you something to smile about. Watertown Dental Care.
American Bank and Trust is inspired to give back to the Watertown community through the Watertown Spirit Card Program. Show your local school spirit with a debit card showcasing the Watertown Arrows logo and give back to the Watertown School District. For each purchase made with your Spirit Card, AB&T will donate a percentage of the purchase back to the Watertown School District. Call or stop into your local branch today for more details and sign up for a Watertown Spirit Card with American Bank and Trust. Go Arrows! Member FDIC.
3rd down and 5 for Watertown. Alex Carey takes the snap, sets his feet, throws the slant, got it to first in trouble, dropped the ball though. First in trouble was there, had the ball in his hands, but did not hang on to it. He got inside Dontrell Smith, but could not hang in. That would have been a first down for the Watertown Arrows, but it goes incomplete, and the Arrows will be forced to punt the ball. Spencer Wenches drops back to do the punting. Mohammed back deep with Dontrell Smith to receive this. Washington will get good field position. Wenches gets a good snap, plenty of time, shanked it off the right side of his foot, hits at the 40, rolls forward to near midfield, and will stop at the 49-yard line of the Washington Warriors. So Washington with great field position, 1st and 10 at their 49. They lead 6-0 with 10 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the first half of play. Washington scored on a 5-play, 75-yard drive, and it was a 61-yard catch and run by Trey Otten for the score. Otten's out here wide to the right side. Zayon wide to the right side as well, one receiver left. Cantor behind the sophomore quarterback Tommy Hoffman. 1st and 10, 49. Hoffman awaits the snap. Shifts his running back to the right side, tight end. Takes the snap. Flips it out in the flat. Got it to Zayon. Zayon caught and brought down after a gain of just 2 on the reception. And Mason Whiting with another tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 2 as Mason Whiting made the stop on the play for the Watertown Arrows. 10.5 to go in the first half, 6-0 Washington on top. 2nd down and 8, 49. Wide to the left side goes Franklin, joined out there by Zayon and Otten. Single receiver to the right side. Back to pass, Hoffman. Throws the screen to Cantor. Sidestepped one tackler, and he will gain, looks like about 5 yards on the carry. And that will bring up a 3rd down and 3 for Sioux Falls, Washington. Cantor did a nice job of sidestepping Marcus Rabine and getting about 3 extra. 3rd down and 3. Hoffman awaits the snap, takes the snap, sets his feet, pump fakes, rolls to his left. Chase back to his right. Chased again, hit by the ankles, flips it down the sideline. That's going to be offensive pass interference. As the offensive player grabbed the Arrow player's jersey, that'll be offensive pass interference, I believe. Now, obviously, I'm sitting up here, but you could see the receiver yanking on the Watertown Arrow jersey, and it is offensive pass interference. Take the penalty. That's a 15-yarder. So that'll be penalty number 3 against Washington, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty on offensive pass interference. Caden Schmidt turned into a defensive player as that ball was underthrown, and he just kind of grabbed the jersey of the D-back and threw him aside. So now it'll be 3rd down for Washington, and they've got it 3rd down and 18 at the 41. So a stop here for the Arrows will give them some good field position. 2 receivers either side. Trega Otten wide to the left side. Hoffman, 3rd down and 18, takes the snap. Good pressure from behind, runs away from it. Throws across his body, got his man, 1st down. Wow, good play by Hoffman. Trega Otten got the opening. Maybe he's going to be just short. It's going to be very close to a 1st down. Good play by Otten. 18-yard gain, 1st down on 3rd down and 18. Those are the plays during the course of a football game that if you don't make, that's why you don't win football games. They come back to haunt you so bad. 1st and 10, Washington, 41-yard line of the Watertown Arrows. 3 receivers to the right side. Hoffman had movement on the left side. I think Washington took a timeout before the clock ran out. So 9.5 to go first half, or was it a delay of game? Yep, they did call a delay of game. So delay of game penalty against Washington. I didn't see a flag come out, so I thought maybe they got a timeout. So now it'll be 1st and 15 for Washington at the Arrow 46. 9.5 to go in the first half, 6-0 Warriors lead. 1st down and 15. You put a star by that 3rd down and 18 completion. Wow. Trips right for Washington, 1 left. Hoffman running back to his left shoulder, has Treg Otten in motion, goes behind the formation, takes the snap, gives to Cantor. Cantor falls forward for a yard to the 45. 2nd down and 15 for Sioux Falls, Washington. They have it at the Arrow 15-yard line, or 45-yard line, I should say. 9 minutes to go in the first half of play, 6-0 in favor of Washington. Otten comes right with Franklin and Zayon. No receiver left. Now shifting out to the left is Caden Schmidt. 4 receivers. Hoffman back to pass, flips it on a screen. That should have been an illegal play. The block was being initiated by Otten while the ball was in the air. The pass is completed. It should have been a penalty against Otten because he can't start blocking until the ball is caught on the play, and he was blocking before that ball was received. It's a gain on the play, though, and brings up a 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7. Hoffman back to pass, sets his feet, throws, almost intercepted. Was it? It was intercepted on the play, and that'll be Ashton first in trouble with the interception. Ashton was able to get under that ball and hang on to it. It was between 2 receivers, a deep receiver and an underneath receiver, and Ashton, first in trouble, was able to intercept the ball, so the Arrows get a turnover. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Excuse me. Still suffering a little bit from COVID backlash. So Watertown has it 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They send 3 receivers to the left side. One of those, Cohen Crans, wide to the left, 1 receiver right. 4 on the line of scrimmage for Washington. They give to Spencer Wenches, but the linebacker, Dante Smith, read that one extremely well, as they are not respecting the Arrows' ability to throw the ball here now, as Watertown has run the ball a great deal. And Dante Smith, the linebacker, lined up as almost an extra defensive end and made the play. 2nd and 12 for Watertown. They have the ball at their own 23-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right side. 7.5 to go in the first half. Alex Carey takes the snap, sets his feet, throws it, got his man. Short gain by Werner. That'll be a gain of about 6 yards. Or check that, Baumberger was the man who made the reception. Gain of 6 on the play brings up a 3rd down and 6 for Watertown. They have it at their 29-yard line. So the Arrows need a play just like that one to get the first down, 6 yards. Trips left, 1 receiver right. Running back to the right shoulder of the quarterback, Alex Carey. 3 down lineman, linebacker on the right side blitzing. Here he comes. Got around the defensive tackle. Carey rolls right, throws back across his body, overshot the intended receiver on a dangerous pass that time intended for Baumberger. And Watertown will be forced to punt the ball. Blitzing linebacker Chase Gunderson broke that play up as he lined up as a defensive end on the right side. The left tackle for the Arrows barely got a piece of him, and he broke up that play. Spencer Wench is back to kick this ball once again. Wench stands at his 16-yard line. Awaits the snap from center. Snap is low. He fields it. Plenty of time. Good high end-over-end punt. It's going to be Smith at the 30. Got a block by Mohammed. Comes right. He's to the 35. Sidesteps a tackler. Breaks another. He's to the 50. 45. Breaks another. Now he's going to be pulled out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Great return that time. 10, 20, 30, 40, 46-yard return by Smith. And Washington has it 1st and 10 at Watertown's 24-yard line. Got a great block by Mohammed, made a nice juke move, got to the outside and got 46. 6:29 to go first half. Washington 6, Watertown nothing. Wide to the right side for Washington comes Caden Smith, trips to the left side. Hoffman, shotgun formation, takes the snap. He'll give to his running back, new one in there this time, and that is going to be Jeremiah Oman. Oman gets 4 to the 20-yard line. Oman got to the 20-yard line, brings up a 2nd down and 6. 6 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the half. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Oman to the right shoulder of Hoffman. Hoffman takes the snap. He's going to give. Oman drop the ball. Arrows recover the fumble. Arrows recover the fumble. Oman never got the handoff, and jumping on it for Watertown was Spencer Wenches on the fumble. Wenches recovers the fumble. 2nd turnover of the ball game the Arrows have taken away from Washington, but now have to do something with this football on offense. 5:54 to go first half. 6-0 lead for Washington. Shotgun, or Arrows have it 1st and 10, 25. They'll line up in a shotgun formation. They line up with 2 blocking running backs on the right side. Shotgun formation for Alex Carey. Carey takes the snap, gives the handoff to Wenches, running right. Wenches falls forward for 2 on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Watertown, 27-yard line. 6-0 Washington, 5:37 to go in the first half of play. Arrows have it 2nd down and 8. Werner wide to the right side. First in trouble wide to the left side. 2 lead blockers lined up as almost wingbacks on the right side. Shotgun formation for Carey on 2nd and 8. Single coverage on the wideouts. Gives to Wenches. Big hole. He's got the 35. Needs a block. Cuts back inside, and there's going to be a holding penalty against the Arrows. Wow. You make a play. You had an opening, and the Arrows are going to get called for a hold at the 36-yard line. That would have been a gain of 23 on the play, but it's going to come back. Holding against Watertown. Cost them 10 yards. It's a spot foul. The flag was originally at the 36, and now he moved it to the 31. And so it's going to be a 10-yard penalty back to the 21-yard line, and the Arrows will have it 2nd down and 14 at the 21-yard line after a big gain negated by a holding penalty against the Watertown Arrows. So it'll be 2nd down and 14 now for Watertown. 2nd down and 14 for the Arrows. They have 2 running backs lined up as a wing right. 34 defensive look for Washington. Alex back to pass, now rush, now chase, now sacked. The Arrows, it's interesting to me. The reason I say this is because who got the sack? Abraham Myers got the sack. Abraham Myers is the left defensive end. You've got a tackle on the right side. You have 2 running backs on the right side. He beat 3 guys and got the sack. It'll be a loss back to the 18-yard line on the sack and bring up now a 3rd down and 17 for the Watertown Arrows. Third down and 17 for Watertown. They were moving when the ball was snapped. That's going to be, they took a timeout, looks like. Before the penalty came out, the Arrows got a timeout. So 4:07 to go in the half. 6-0 Washington. You're listening to the Arrows on KS 93. Back in a minute.
The kids are ready to head back to school. But are their cars? Let Sherbensky Auto Repair help. Hi, this is Bob from Sherbensky Auto Repair. We offer a full line of automotive services. Whether it's oil changes, engine diagnostics, or tires, we can do it all. Don't forget to ask about Tetnec warranty and roadside assistance. Call for an appointment today or check out our website or check us out on Facebook. Sherbensky Auto Repair, because doing it right is always the right thing to do.
For 2 generations, the little things, the Riddle things, have set Riddle's jewelry apart.
Those personal touches begin in our diamond lab, where our diamonds are graded and laser inscribed with our own laser identification technology. By manufacturing many of our own unique diamond designs, Riddle's customers enjoy exceptional savings, and certified goldsmiths in each of our stores will provide the finest in jewelry design and repair.
When it comes to jewelry, it's the little things, the Riddle things that make all the difference. Riddle's Jewelry.
Riddle's Jewelry across Highway 212 from Hobby Lobby.
3rd down and 17 for the Arrows. They have it at their own 18. Blitz coming up the middle. Carey back to pass. Meyer chases him. There's a hold. Got away with that one. One of the Arrows grabbed Abraham Meyer. Meyer was able to circle around and come up the middle, force the play back to the 11-yard line, and it's a sack again back at the 11-yard line. Meyer didn't get the sack that time, but I tell you what, he caused all the problems, and he was held on the play, and now it'll be 4th down for Watertown, and 10, 20, 24. 4th and 24 for Watertown. So the Arrows will punt from their own end zone. 1 man back deep. Snap's good. Punt is away. Nice spiral. Punted away from Washington. Goes out of bounds around the 44-yard line. So Washington will have it 1st and 10. 43-yard line is where they put it out. of the Watertown Arrows. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the first half of play. It is 6-0 Washington on top. They have the ball 1st and 10 at the Arrow 43-yard line. Washington has all 3 timeouts remaining. They line up with 3 receivers to the right side. Now they shift 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Running back is Oman behind the quarterback Hoffman. In motion comes Cantor. Back to pass. They flip it out in the flat to Cantor. He's got blockers ahead of him. He's got the 40. He sidesteps a tackle. He's going to go to the 10 and fall down at the 10-yard line. I think he blew out his Achilles tendon, if I'm not the way that he went down. It looked like he had an injury to an Achilles tendon or an ankle. He limps back to the huddle. It goes from the 43 to the 11-yard line. So a gain of 32 on just a little flip pass, but he made a nice move, and the Warriors have it 1st and 10 at the Arrow 11. Trips left, 1 right. Oman behind the quarterback. Takes the snap. Looking and hit, and Wenches coming through there, sacks Hoffman. Wenches has had a great ball game. He's been everywhere for the Arrows. Offensively, he's been about all their offense. Defensively, he's been good. He recovered a fumble. Wenches having a great game. That's a sack and a loss of 5. Brings up 2nd down and 15 at the 16-yard line with 2.5 to go. 3 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right side. Back to pass, Hoffman throws it easily to Otten. Nobody guarding Otten, and he'll get down to the 4-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on the play. Nobody was anywhere near Otten on that play. He caught the ball and was able to go to the 4-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 3 for Washington at the 4-yard line. Otten has an equipment problem here. The official trying to help him out, and does. Washington breaks their huddle. They send 2 to the left side, 1 to the right side. Hoffman with Oman to his left shoulder. Has a man in motion. Takes the snap. Throws across the middle. Incomplete. That ball intended there for Caden Schmidt. Goes incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 3. And Washington looks like they're going to send out their field goal unit and their field goal kicker. Field goal kicker is Justin Zatino Martinez. The ball will be down at the 11-yard line. Otten is the holder. Martinez from the left hash mark will try for the field goal. Otten awaits the snap, gets it, sets down, kick is up, it's got plenty of leg. It is good. 1:48 to go in the first half. Washington 9, Arrows 0. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
Hi, this is Christine from the Blossom Shop, inviting you to come down and see everything we have in store. Fresh flowers, cards, memorial, garden statues, and new inventory weekly. Stop on in and see what we have for you at the Blossom Shop, 115 East Kemp.
When it's hot out and you need to chill, chill with McDonald's. Choose from one of their many frozen sweet treats, like the frozen Coca-Cola, the frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, or the frozen Sprite Lemonade. Whatever you choose, you'll be choosing delicious. All frozen drinks are available at both Highway 212 and Interstate McDonald's locations.
It's a 4-play, 43-yard drive for Sioux Falls, Washington. They get a 21-yard field goal with 1:48 to go in the half, and they now lead by a 9-0 score. Werner back deep with first in trouble to receive this kick by the Sioux Falls, Washington Warriors. 1:48 to go in the first half of play, 9-0 Washington on top. Noah Weber will do the kicking. Left footer will toe it up at the 40-yard line. Weber awaits the whistle, receives it, and approaches the football. Left foot to it. It's going towards the sideline. It's a free ball. It'll go out of bounds, and that'll be a penalty against Washington. And that will give the Arrows a good spot to start this possession. With 1:48 to go, they'll put it down at the 35-yard line. And Watertown will start 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Arrows send 2 receivers to the right side, 2 receivers to the left side. Wenches behind the quarterback, Alex Carey. 1st and 10, Arrows at their 35-yard line. Alex Carey awaits the snap. Blitz coming right side. Picked up. Now he goes through the opening. Hit from behind and tossed down hard. Making the stop was Wenentanda, the nose guard. No gain on the play for Alex Carey. Wenentanda, 245 and a junior. 2nd down and 10, Arrows. Alex takes the snap, pressure coming again, Wenentanda. Got the pass out, making the reception for Watertown that time was Baumberger. And that's a gain of 5 on the play, brings up a 3rd down and 5 for Watertown. Arrows line up with 2 receivers either way. Carey takes the snap, throws it, got his man, Cohen Kranz, took his eye off the ball, went right through his hands, incomplete. Cohen heard footsteps that time as he was going on the inside. He was looking for a defensive back or a safety. There were none, but when he looked away, the ball went through his hands, incomplete. 4th down and 5 for the Arrows, and they will punt the ball on 4th down and 5. The clock not running on the incomplete pass. So Wenches will punt the ball. He's back at his 26-yard line. Wenches gets a good snap, punts the ball away. Nice high punt. It's going to hit around the 25, go sideways, and stop at the 21-yard line. Good punt by Wenches, but Washington has 47 seconds and 3 timeouts to work with. It'll be 1st and 10 for Washington at their 21-yard line. There's about 3 plays in this first half you can point to that have been a reason the Arrows trail by a 9-0 score. Defensively, they played a good ball game, take away a couple of plays, and that's going to happen in a football game, but offensively just can't get anything going. 1st and 10, Watertown 21. Washington at their 21. They have 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Again, the Arrows, they have 2 guys covering 3 here on the right side. Back to pass, Hoffman across the middle, got his man, but knocking the ball away was Baumberger, the deep safety. Dalton got in there and knocked that ball away, incomplete. The Arrows have 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. They have 2 safeties and 2 corners. And when they line up with 3 receivers to one side, you've got a corner, a linebacker, and a safety trying to cover those 3 receivers. But the safety is 16 yards off the line of scrimmage, so there's a lot of room across the middle. 2nd and 10. Hoffman looks, throws across the middle. He's got his man deep. He makes the catch. And Franklin goes down the left side. He needs 1 block. He can't get it. He'll be brought down at the 18-yard line. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 yards on that pass play. Again, all they did was ran to the opening in the middle of the field because the safeties were 16 yards deep. They ran to that opening, beat the safety. It's a 60-yard gain, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Washington at the Arrow 19-yard line with 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Once again, defensively, to describe it, you've got 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers, 2 corners who are covering the wide-out receivers, 2 safeties that are playing deep, 16 yards off the line of scrimmage. All that Washington is doing is running some crossing patterns with 2 of the receivers. The third receiver just runs to that opening space in the middle behind the linebackers and ahead of the safeties, and it's an easy pitch and catch for Hoffman, that time to Franklin. He's also gotten one to Otten for a touchdown. He's also gotten one to another receiver in the middle, and it's wide open in there. And the Washington Warriors have been able to exploit that now. So it's 1st and 10, 19-yard line of Watertown for Washington. They have a wing back on the right. Now they shift. They're going to line up with 2 receivers left. Otten tight to the formation right. Back to pass, Hoffman. Hoffman throws across the middle. Little crossing play. Schmidt makes the reception down to the 13-yard line. That time crossing was Zayon and Schmidt. Schmidt was the one who ran across the middle and made the reception. A gain on the play of 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and give him 6 yards, 2nd down and 4. Washington took the timeout, an arrow down on the field, and that is Hendricks, one of the linebackers. Simon Hendricks, a junior, down on the field, and he'll come off. So 22 seconds to go here in the first half of play. It is a 9-0 Washington lead. We'll take a timeout, come back in 30 seconds.
Wind Supply of Watertown is a full-service wholesaler specializing in HVAC, plumbing, and irrigation. They carry a large inventory of high-quality products and serve general contractors, specialized technicians, home builders, and home buyers. As a locally owned company within a national organization, Wind Supply of Watertown works hard to do things right, one customer at a time. And the entire team shares the get-it-done-right attitude and can get you the parts and equipment you need. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Stop in and see their showroom on South Highway 81, Watertown.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. Right is the wide side of the field. Tommy Hoffman takes the snap, looks out in the flat, comes across the middle, wide open. Otten scores the touchdown. Whiting had a shot at him, but Whiting couldn't make the tackle, and that'll be a touchdown, and Washington scores that quickly from their 21-yard line. They go down the field, and they did it in about 22 seconds and scored. Now they're going to go for a 2-point conversion here. So 16 seconds remaining in the half. Washington's lead now 15-0. They take a timeout. They'll go for 2 when we come back in 30 seconds.
Are you a competitive parent? If so, keep your kids drug and alcohol free. It's a fact. One night of drinking can undo as much as 14 days of athletic training. Student athletes are expected to demonstrate year-round behavior that reflects positively on the individual, the school, and the community. The use of alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, and other drug use is not allowed. Student athletes need the support of parents, community members, teachers, and coaches. Be strong. Be the influence. Keep our youth alcohol and drug free. A message from the Watertown Healthy Youth Coalition and the Watertown Tobacco Free Coalition.
It's a 4-play, 79-yard drive, and the first pass was an incomplete pass. Then they got Franklin in that open area in the middle of the defense, and he outran several players for a 60-yard gain. Then they got a 6-yard gain, and then a touchdown. And now Washington will go for 2 here, as they line up with 2 wings either side, running backs either side of Tommy Hoffman, 1 receiver left. Now they shift to trips right, running back right. Hoffman awaits the snap. Hoffman takes the snap. Hoffman's going to run the ball, and he'll get into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 16 seconds to go, first half. 17-0 Washington. They'll kick to the Arrows in 30 seconds.
Make sure you stop into your Watertown Perkins. They're famous for breakfast, but you'll also love their lunches and dinners. Conveniently located at the corner of Highways 81 and 212. At Perkins, you'll find quality fresh food, freshly baked pies and muffins. And it's all in a clean, relaxing, and friendly atmosphere. So come on in and bring your appetite. Your Watertown Perkins will do the rest.
4-play, 79-yard drive, 11-yard touchdown to Trigg Otten, 2-point conversion good. Washington 17, Watertown nothing here at halftime. This at best should be a 6-0 game here at halftime. Noah Weber will kick this ball off at the 40-yard line. Back deep to receive it for the Arrows will be Werner and first in trouble. Weber's last kick went out of bounds. Just 16 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. Noah Weber to kick this ball off from the 40-yard line. Puts the leg to it, line drive, end over end, grabbed by an up back, kicked by an up back, recovered by Sioux Falls, Washington. One of the Arrows tried to field the ball, an up back tried to field the ball. The ball was bouncing end over end to hit him, and then he kicked it forward, and then recovering that ball was Chase Gunderson. And so Washington has 13 seconds to try to put more points on the board from the Arrow 34. Washington has it 1st and 10 at the 34 of the Arrows. They have no timeouts left now. They line up 3 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Hoffman takes the snap, back to pass, comes down the right side, pushed off on the play was the offensive player, but I think there was an illegal procedure penalty before the snap of the ball. It was Harrison Ward going down the right side, but I believe the penalty was before the snap of the ball. And they will do what? It's going to be offside against Watertown. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty. The chains are moving. They shouldn't. The chains shouldn't move. The chains shouldn't move. Now they've got it all messed up on the far side over there. It's a penalty on the Arrows of 5 yards. They put the time back on the clock because the Arrows lined up offside. And the chains are in the wrong place now. Hoffman back to pass. He's got time now. Chase rolls to his right. Looks downfield. Throws downfield. Otten's there. Touchdown. Hoffman able to scramble around. Otten able to run to the corner. And that'll be a touchdown for Sioux Falls, Washington. And that'll go 29 yards on the touchdown with 5 seconds to go in the half. And all of a sudden it is a 23-0 lead for Sioux Falls, Washington. They will go for the extra point. This time they will try to kick the extra point. Set is down, kick is up, and it is no good. Goes wide to the left. 5 seconds remaining in the half. That is a one-play, 29-yard drive, a 29-yard pass from Hoffman to Otten. Point after no good. And with 5 seconds remaining in the half, it is 23-0 in favor of Sioux Falls, Washington. Warriors will kick off to the Watertown Arrows with 5 seconds remaining. Werner back deep with first in trouble to receive this kick. We'll check all the stats for you at halftime. There weren't many in the first quarter, but a lot more for Washington here in the second quarter. They lead 23-0. Weber to kick it off. Check that, maybe it's not Weber this time. Yeah, it's Noah Weber. He'll kick it off. Again, it's a line drive squib kick. It's touched by the Arrows, and then falling on it was Werner at the 19-yard line. No time left on the clock, and that's how we end the half. First half is over. Washington 23, Watertown 0. Let's take a 3-minute timeout.
Brian's Glass is a proud supporter of high school athletics and wishes all of the Watertown Arrows athletes good luck during the year. Brian's Glass can assist you with commercial and residential glass needs and is also able to assist you with your windshield needs. For all of your glass needs, contact Brian's Glass at 886-5328. That's Brian's Glass, 886-5328. And go Arrows!
Oh, honey, everything okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, better than okay. You should have seen it. Stopped for gas, then I saw it. Hunting, fishing, deli, snacks, coffee, and I ate, and it was like they had everything I wanted.
Slow down, cowboy. Where is this place?
Oh, come on, I'll show you. It's amazing.
Lake Stop 20 has just about everything you need. Fuel, snacks, beverages, even breakfast made with real fresh eggs. Lake Stop 20, located on Highway 20 in Watertown.
High school athletics is a huge part of a community. I'm Dr. Ross Schulte, and the team at Family Dental Center would like to recognize and thank the athletes for their hard work and dedication.
And I'm Dr. Amy Schulte. The team at Watertown Family Eye Care is proud of our Arrow athletes. We wish them the best as they pursue their dreams.
Family Dental Center.
And Watertown Family Eye Care. 2 great teams, 1 location. 22 19th Street Southeast in Watertown.
Let the team at Bruggeman Insurance in Watertown help you with your game plan. For over 50 years, the team at Bruggeman Insurance has been helping people make good, sound decisions when choosing health and life insurance, Medicare supplement and long-term care insurance, and executing a sound financial game plan. So call Vince or Carla or Bridget Rammel at Bruggeman Insurance today, 886-9043, or online, BruggemanInsurance.com.
Jenica Potabom, an interior designer with Larry's Lumber, talks about how they can help you with your pole barn.
We have a new team member that specializes in pole barns. He's got a lot of options up his sleeve for how we can design you that pole barn. We have steel or interior liners, insulated, non-insulated. We can accommodate any size. He says we can do it all. We can accommodate that agricultural customer or a residential customer from start to finish. And then we make sure materials are on site and then just wrap it all up on the back end with customer service.
It may be tough to get to roadside gas in Mint Casino on Highway 212 in Watertown due to the construction, but trust me, it's worth the hassle. You'll get double punches on your car washes at the most inexpensive full-service car wash in town on Wednesdays. They will also send you home with a free bag of ice with any purchase.
Thank you.
And Mint Casino has some of the hottest games in town with rear private parking. Roadside gas in Mint Casino, Highway 212 Watertown, doubling your car wash punches on Wednesdays.
Halftime brought to you by Sharp Automotive. At halftime, it is 23-0 in favor of Sioux Falls, Washington. They led 6-0 at one point, and we'll run down the scoring for you. And then all of a sudden, they were able to put points on the board quickly against the Watertown Arrows. Halftime brought to you by Sharp Automotive. Stats brought to you by Watertown Dental Care. Watertown got the ball to start the game. They started at their 14-yard line. They were able to get a couple of first downs because of Washington penalties, but then had to punt the ball away. Washington's first possession went 3 plays and punt. Watertown then took over on Washington's 42, ran 4 running plays, gained 9 yards, and turned it over on downs to Washington. Washington then went 3 plays and punt. Watertown took over at the 42-yard line, their own. On the first play, went down the right sideline, and the ball was intercepted. Washington took over on their 25. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive, and it was a 61-yard short pass and run to Otten from Hoffman. The point after was no good. So 47 seconds to go in the first half. It was 6-0 in favor of Sioux Falls, Washington. The Arrows on their fourth possession went 3 plays and punt. Washington took over on their 49. They drove the ball down, but then threw an interception. The ball was intercepted by Ashton First in Trouble. Arrows took over on their 25, 3 plays and punt. Washington took over on Watertown's 24. They ran for 4 yards and then fumbled the ball, and Spencer Wenches recovered it at the 25. Watertown went 3 plays and punt. And at that point, the game is still 6-0. 6-0 late in the first half. Washington took over on Watertown's 43. They were able to get a 21-yard field goal to make it 9-0 with 1 minute and 48 seconds to go in the half. It was 9-0 in favor of Washington. Watertown then went 3 plays and punted, had a chance at a first down, should have had the first down, but took their eye off the ball. It went through their hands, incomplete. They punted. Washington took over on their own 21. They threw an incomplete pass, then a 60-yard pass, then a 6-yard pass, and then completed a 11-yard pass to Otten for a touchdown with 16 seconds to go. They went for the 2-point conversion, converted that. 16 seconds to go. It was 17-0 in favor of Washington. They kicked off. The Arrows fumbled the kickoff. It hit an up back and rolled forward. Washington recovered it at Watertown's 34. They got a 5-yard penalty on the Arrows. 1 play, 29-yard pass for the score with 5 seconds to go. That made it 23-0 in favor of Washington as the point after was good. So look back, 1 minute and 48 seconds to go. It was 9-0 in favor of Washington. They scored with 16 seconds left. They scored with 5 seconds left. They lead 23-0. First group of stats brought to you by Watertown Dental Care. Halftime being brought to you by Sharp Automotive. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more from Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls in 3 minutes.
When it's hot out and you need to chill, chill with McDonald's. Choose from one of their many frozen sweet treats, like the frozen Coca-Cola, the frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, or the frozen Sprite Lemonade. Whatever you choose, you'll be choosing delicious. All frozen drinks are available at both Highway 212 and Interstate McDonald's locations.
This weekend, it's a 3-day fuel saver sale. You earn 30 cents off per gallon with every $60 purchase at Hy-Vee in Watertown. All weekend, 3-day fuel saver sale. 30 cents off per gallon with every $60 purchase.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
If all you want is a sip of water at the kitchen sink, any filter will do. I want better water in the laundry, better water in the bathroom, better water at every tap, in every room for everyone in my home. Every time, everywhere I use water, every day. So I got a whole home filtration system from Culligan. Now I ask you, how long will it take for you to call the Culligan Man?
Hey, Culligan Man.
I'm Jason Hansen, your local Culligan Man in Watertown. Call us today at 886-4830.
Hi, this is Christine from the Blossom Shop. Have you been in lately? Stop down at 115 East Kemp. We have something for everyone. Decor, flowers, gifts, memorial, plants, 50% off cards. Did I mention we have flowers? Call us today, 605-753-4444, and send that special someone some flowers today. Don't forget, we're located at 115 East Kemp.
This is Casey from Stony Brook Suites Assisted Living. Let me explain the many benefits of Stony Brook and how we can help look after your loved one. Our assisted living is specifically designed to look and feel like home. From our home-cooked meals to coffee socials with friends, your loved one will feel more than right at home. Stop in today at 500 16th Avenue or call 882-0013.
Life is sweet in Stony Brook Suites.
To achieve great things, it takes a great team. Attacker Plumbing and Heating Andor Incorporated, they have the get it done and then some team of talented, passionate people who will get the job done right. The service techs and those behind the scenes work together to provide top-notch service that you've come to expect from Tacker Plumbing and Heating Andor Incorporated for over 60 years. The business that service built.
Call on the business that service built. Call Tacker.
Halftime being brought to you by Sharp Automotive. Statistics being brought to you by Watertown Dental Care. First downs in the first half. Washington had 7. Watertown had 3. The Arrows had 15 rushes for 11 yards total. Washington had 10 carries for 0 yards. Passing, Watertown was 3 of 8, 1 interception. Washington was 14 of 18 with 1 interception. Total offense, the Arrows had 11 yards passing and 11 yards rushing. 23 offensive plays in the first half for Watertown. 22 total yards of offense in the first half for the Arrows. Washington had 0 yards rushing. They had 14 of 18 passing for 256 yards. So they have 28 offensive plays in the first half for 256 yards, all via the pass. And they had several big plays. Trega Otten caught a pass for 61 yards and a touchdown. Trega Otten caught a pass for 29 yards and a touchdown. Trey Otten caught a pass, I forget the distance on the other one, but he's got 3 touchdowns in the ball game for Sioux Falls, Washington. He has 140 yards receiving on 6 catches. 6 catches, 140. Derod Franklin, 2 catches, 68. He had that 60-yard reception. And Gabriel Cantor, 3 catches, 37. His long was 32 in that first half of play. So Treg Otten, 140 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns for Washington in the first half of play. Alex Carey had 3 completions and 8 attempts for 11 yards, 1 interception. Dalton Baumberger, 2 catches for 11 yards. Cohen Kranz had 1 catch for 0 yards in the first half. Spencer Wenches rushed the ball 10 times for 22 yards in that first half of play. Juven Hudson had 1 carry for 2 yards in the first half. So defensive stats, as far as tackles go, for Washington, they had Chase Gunderson with 6 tackles, Caden Schmidt with 5. For Watertown, they were led in the first half by Mason Whiting with 5 tackles. Caden Beauchamp had 4 tackles in the first half of play. Turnovers. Washington lost an interception, and they lost a fumble. The Arrows likewise lost an interception and lost a fumble in that first half of play. Washington was penalized 4 times for 45 yards, a couple of those early in the first possession that led to first downs for the Arrows. Watertown was penalized 3 times for 25 yards in that first half of play. Time of possession, the Arrows actually had the ball longer than Washington, 12 minutes and 50 seconds. Washington 11:01, but the quick scores for Washington and big plays led to their lead here at halftime by a score of 23-0. Again, no yards rushing for Washington, 11 yards rushing for Watertown, 256 yards passing for Washington, 11 yards passing for Watertown. Stats brought to you by Watertown Dental Care. This is the halftime show brought to you by Sharp Automotive. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more from Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls in 3 minutes.
It's the start of a new fall blizzard menu at your Watertown Dairy Queen. Stop in for a Snickers brownie, Reese's Take 5, pumpkin pie, Oreo hot cocoa, and cinnamon roll center blizzards. Also enjoy a loaded A1 double signature snack burger. Regular combo only $5.99. And find more specials and free food when you download the Dairy Queen app. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, Highway 212 Watertown, where happy tastes good.
Dano's Marine in Watertown is taking orders for the new 2023 Ranger boats powered by Mercury Outboards. Get the details on the Ranger 621 CFS and Ranger Riata 223 pontoon, the Cruise Fish series powered by Mercury Outboards. Stop by and see recent trade-ins of Mercury-powered Ranger boats. That's Dano's Marine, your elite Ranger Mercury dealer, and an authorized White River Marine Group boats dealer on West 212 Watertown or online 24/7 at danosmarine.com.
Whether you want to let the light in or keep it out, custom window blinds, shades, and draperies from Hometown Building Center have the style and function you want. Window treatments transform the light in your home, defining the mood of each unique space. Hometown has the brands you know and the expertise you want, from measuring to selection to installation. And right now, we even have financing available to qualified applicants. See us today at Hometown Building Center, South Highway 20 in Watertown.
Hi, this is Doris from Compesca Lodge and Store, Lake Compesca's mini mall for 60 years. We are a family of arrows, and good luck, arrows, in your game. We are one of the first convenience stores in Watertown, providing fishing, hunting, and boating supplies, groceries, and beverages. It's first to Compesca Lodge and then to the lake.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan requires more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guide you every step of the way to help you make sure the future you imagine becomes the future you achieve. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Contact Bill Keller in the Watertown office of Northwestern Mutual.
No matter what's going on in your life or in the world, there's always been one place that's your own personal space. Your front row seat to the open road, your constantly changing window to the world.
Ew, gross.
Since your vehicle is your safest way to get around, here's an easy, affordable, and contactless way to keep it sparkling clean all the time.
With a Dutch Boy or First Choice Car Wash monthly membership, you can get your vehicle washed every day. Memberships are good at both locations. Get your pass online at everwash.com or at either location.
Welcome back to Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls. Washington leading 23-0 here at halftime. They led 9-0 with 1:48 to go in the first half, and they put on two more scores. One with 16 seconds to go, one with 5 seconds to go, and they lead 23-0 here at halftime. I was looking over the stats a little bit more. The quarterback for Sioux Falls, Washington sophomore, Tommy Hoffman, he has 256 yards passing. He has an almost 19-yard per completion average in that first half of play, as Washington had a 61-yard pass completion for a touchdown, and they had two 60-yard pass completions as well. Now, not that they threw the ball that far. They threw the ball maybe 10 yards or less, and then the player was open enough to be able to run and get a couple of 60-yard gains and a 61-yard touchdown. So Washington with some big plays. Arrows had some opportunities in the first half. I mentioned the 3rd down and 18 where they had a chance to pin Washington back deep. Washington got a 18-yard pass completion to keep that drive alive. Washington scrambled around and got a 29-yard touchdown there late. They made a couple of big plays. They were able to get some scores, and the Arrows are going to have to shut down that passing game in the second half, because I said on the pregame show, the running game isn't there for Washington. They can't run the ball, but they can pass the ball. And they've found the openings in the Arrow defense with some crossing patterns and some short, quick passes that have turned into some big gainers for Sioux Falls, Washington. And they lead 23-0 here at halftime. You're listening to Arrow Football on KS 93. Live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. Both teams out on the field. They'll put 3 minutes up on the clock, and we'll get ready for the second half. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back in those 3 minutes.
For 2 generations, the little things, the Riddle things, have set Riddle's jewelry apart.
Those personal touches begin in our diamond lab, where our diamonds are graded and laser inscribed with our own laser identification technology. By manufacturing many of our own unique diamond designs, Riddle's customers enjoy exceptional savings, and certified goldsmiths in each of our stores will provide the finest in jewelry design and repair.
When it comes to jewelry, it's the little things, the Riddle things that make all the difference. Riddle's Jewelry.
Riddle's Jewelry across Highway 212 from Hobby Lobby.
Wind Supply of Watertown is a full-service wholesaler specializing in HVAC, plumbing, and irrigation. They carry a large inventory of high-quality products and serve general contractors, specialized technicians, home builders, and home buyers. As a locally owned company within a national organization, Wind Supply of Watertown works hard to do things right, one customer at a time. And the entire team shares the get-it-done-right attitude and can get you the parts and equipment you need. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 5 p.m. Stop in and see their showroom on South Highway 81, Watertown.
Are you a competitive parent? If so, keep your kids drug and alcohol free. It's a fact. One night of drinking can undo as much as 14 days of athletic training. Student athletes are expected to demonstrate year-round behavior that reflects positively on the individual, the school, and the community. The use of alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, and other drug use is not allowed. Student athletes need the support of parents, community members, teachers, and coaches. Be strong. Be the influence. Keep our youth alcohol and drug free. A message from the Watertown Healthy Youth Coalition and the Watertown Tobacco Free Coalition.
Make sure you stop into your Watertown Perkins. They're famous for breakfast, but you'll also love their lunches and dinners. Conveniently located at the corner of Highways 81 and 212. At Perkins, you'll find quality fresh food, freshly baked pies and muffins. And it's all in a clean, relaxing, and friendly atmosphere. So come on in and bring your appetite. Your Watertown Perkins will do the rest.
Brian's Glass is a proud supporter of high school athletics and wishes all of the Watertown Arrows athletes good luck during the year. Brian's Glass can assist you with commercial and residential glass needs and is also able to assist you with your windshield needs. For all of your glass needs, contact Brian's Glass at 886-5328. That's Brian's Glass, 886-5328. And go Arrows!
Oh, honey, everything okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, better than okay. You should have seen it. Stopped for gas, then I saw it. Hunting, fishing, deli, snacks, coffee, and I ate, and it was like they had everything I wanted.
Slow down, cowboy. Where is this place?
Oh, come on, I'll show you. It's amazing.
Lake Stop 20 has just about everything you need. Fuel, snacks, beverages, even breakfast made with real fresh eggs. Lake Stop 20, located on Highway 20 in Watertown.
Just about set for the second half of play here. Washington 23, Watertown nothing. Warriors scored 17 points in the last minute 48 of the first half of play. And they lead 23-0 here at halftime. And they'll get the ball to start the second half of play as well, as they won the toss and deferred. So they will get the ball to start the second half of play. Halftime brought to you by Sharp Automotive. Live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. Brought to you by Sharp Automotive and by American Bank and Trust. Both teams gathered around their coaches, and they will come out on the field. It's a beautiful night, almost a little chilly. It's beautiful. Maybe the air conditioning's on in here, huh? Feels good. I'm not complaining, but it feels almost a little chilly. Guess I can Check and see what the temperature is here. I was checking the Twins game. They were 0-0 in the first. Temperature right now is 76 degrees, so very nice out there. Shadows creeping across the field, especially to our right. And as the rest of the evening goes, those shadows will continue to creep. So going back deep for Sioux Falls, Washington, will be Dontrell Smith and Gabriel Cantor, as Watertown will kick off to start the second half of play. Doing the kicking for the Watertown Arrows is Tommy Foley. Foley with the right leg, puts the foot to it. It's a high, short kick. It's going to bound around the 20, be grabbed by Cantor. He runs left to the 25, gets across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Washington will start 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Marcus Rabine made the stop. So Washington will bring out their offensive unit, and they will have it 1st and 10, 36-yard line of the Watertown Arrows. Washington will line up with 2 receivers to the right side, 1 receiver to the left side, running back to the right shoulder of Tommy Hoffman. Snap, throw on the wide receiver screen. Oh, he had some running room, but he stumbled, tripped over his own man, Eric Zayon. Zayon gets a yard on the pass completion. It was just a quick screen out there. Got a good block, but then he tripped over his own man, and a gain of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Otten goes left. Also out there is Franklin. Also out there is Zayon. Hoffman awaits the snap, takes it. He's going to give to Cantor, runs straight ahead, gets grabbed there, falls forward. Nice gain on the play. Austin Johnson made the stop, but a gain of 5 on the carry. So it'll be 3rd down and 5 for Sioux Falls, Washington at their 41-yard line. They lead 23-0. 2 receivers either side, running back to the left shoulder of Tommy Hoffman. Hoffman awaits the snap, slaps his hands, gets it, looks, pump fakes, throws underneath, intercepted. Intercepted on the play by the Watertown Arrows. Mason Whiting with the interception, and he brings it back to the 39-yard line. Mason reached up and took that ball down, and the Arrows in business here. 1st and 10, 38-yard line of the Washington Warriors. Nice play by Mason Whiting. Got in the lane of the ball and reached up and pulled it in. 1st and 10 Arrows, 37 of Washington. Watertown sends 2 receivers to the wide side. 2 receivers to the left side as well. Running back Wenches behind the quarterback. Marcus Rabine has a man in motion. Rabine going to give to Wenches. Breaks a couple of tackles inside the 30. Nice gain down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11. So the Arrows get a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 Watertown. 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the carry. 1st and 10 Arrows. New quarterback in there is Marcus Rabine for Watertown. He's got receivers to the left 2, receivers to the right 2. Running back to his left shoulder is Spencer Wenches. Rabine takes the snap, gives to Wenches, bounces to the outside, tries to cut back. He'll lose 2 on the play that time. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. Wenches has been a workhorse. He's done a lot in this game, offensively and defensively. 2nd down and 12 for Watertown. 2 receivers either side. Wide to the left side now is Mitch Olson for the Arrows. Marcus Rabine, shotgun, has a man in motion. Takes the snap, gives to the motion man. Got a block. Cuts upfield. Werner spins. He'll get to the 25. Nice block there for Watertown. I'm not sure who got it, though. I wish I could pick it up. Not sure who made it, but a nice block and sprung him to the 25-yard line, so a gain of about 5 on the carry for Werner. Brings up a 3rd down and 8 for Watertown. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, 23-0 Washington. Arrows have 2 receivers either side. Wenches behind the quarterback. Wenches, as Rabine awaits the snap, takes it. He's back to pass, flips it out in the flat to Wenches. Full head of steam, cuts to the outside, going for the first down, lost the ball. The ball went out of bounds. They're going to spot it out of bounds around the 17. It's going to be very close to a first down. They'll put the ball down at the 17, and they will say first down for the Watertown Arrows. So the Arrows have it 1st and 10 now at the 17-yard line of Sioux Falls, Washington. 2 receivers either side. Marcus Rabine, shotgun. Rabine has men moving before the snap. Right guard, right tackle pulled up too quick. That'll be a penalty against the Arrows. Cost them 5, bring up a 1st and 15. 8:39 to go, third quarter, 23-0 in favor of Washington. They scored 17 points in the last minute 48 of the first half. Arrows have it 1st and 15 at the 22-yard line. Two receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Rabine shotgun on 1st and 15. Has a man in motion, takes the snap. Jumping again was Watertown as the defensive end moved on the left side, and that caused the Watertown right tackle to move, and that'll be another penalty against the Arrows. And that'll cost them 5 yards. So we have now 1st and 20 for the Arrows back at the 27-yard line. Arrows have 2 receivers either side. Wenches will be behind the quarterback. It'll be 1st and 20 now for Watertown. Marcus Rabine at quarterback shotgun with the running back to his right shoulder. Awaits the snap. Gets a good one. Back to pass. Sets. Now runs. Tries to get to the outside. Hit. Dropped. Loss of a yard on the play. 3rd down and 2nd down and 21 now for Watertown. Wenentanda made the stop. 8:15 to go in the third quarter, 23-0 in favor of Sioux Falls, Washington. Arrows have 2 receivers either side. Running back to the right shoulder of Rabine. Rabine awaits the snap. Rabine takes the snap. Good protection down the middle. He's got his man there. Werner overshot him a little bit. Good idea. Running on the coverage that time was Jackson Shemazimana. And he was right there with Werner. Werner had a step on him, but the ball just overthrown, incomplete. 3rd down and 21 for Watertown. They have it at their 28-yard line. Clock stops on the incomplete pass, 7:55 to go. Third quarter, Washington leading 23-0. Marcus Rabine, shotgun formation, 3 down linemen, blitz coming, 2 linebackers coming, throws it to nobody, intercepted by Muhammad. Muhammad down the left side. Muhammad pushed out of bounds by Wenches. There was no arrow out there. Muhammad was out there. He intercepts the ball, brings it back to the 37-yard line, and Washington will have it. 1st and 10 at their 37-yard line, and Spencer Wenches was the man who pushed him out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10, Washington. They'll have it at their 37-yard line. 7:45 to go in the third quarter. Warriors lead 23-0. They line up with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Oman, the running back by his quarterback, Tommy Hoffman. Washington shifts a tight end from left side to right side. Now they have a man in motion. They're going to give to that motion man. That's Cantor trying to get to the outside. Puts on a good move. It's going to be a holding penalty against Washington, though. That will negate any gain, as it'll cost Washington 10 yards on the holding penalty. The flag is right at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be a 10-yard loss. And that'll be 1st and 20 now for Washington back at the 27. 7:39 to go, third quarter, 23-0 in favor of Sioux Falls, Washington. Washington breaks their huddle. They have receiver either side, now 2 to the left side. Wing back on the right side, running back to the right shoulder. Now shifts out as a slot, does Oman. 1st and 20. Tommy Hoffman awaits the snap, takes the snap. Auk is open down the sideline. They're going across the middle. He's wide open, just overshot him. Trying to run with him that time for the Arrows was Jesse Werner, but he had a couple of steps on Werner across the middle, and the ball overshot at the Arrow 40-yard line, incomplete. Or that might have been another long completion and touchdown for Otten, who already has 3 touchdowns in the ball game. 2nd down and 20 for Washington. They've got it at their 27. Otten comes wide to the left side. Hoffman takes the snap. He's going to give to Oman, his running back, and he'll run forward for 3. Brings up a 3rd down and 17 for Washington. They have the ball at their own 30-yard line. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Washington 23, Watertown nothing. Arrows at home next week against a very good Pierre Governor team. Schmidt goes wide left, trips to the right side here, 3 receivers. Hoffman on 3rd down and 17. Takes the snap, blitz coming, picked up, pump fakes, looks, now runs. Going to try to get the 1st down, not going to get close. He'll gain 4 yards on the play before he was brought down by Hendricks, and it'll be 4th down and a dozen. 4th down and a dozen for Washington. And the Arrows will drop back Werner and first in trouble to receive the punt by Trig Otten. Trig stands at his 21-yard line. Gets a good snap. Punt is away, low end over end. It's going to bound, be grabbed by first in trouble. He goes right for 10 yards, and then he's thrown out of bounds. He got 12 yards on the return. Nice play that time by first in trouble, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Watertown Arrows across the way. Looks like at about the 47-yard line. Nice play that time by Ashton, first in trouble, to get that ball, as that would have been rolling a long ways had he not grabbed that ball. He grabbed it on the run and got a nice 12-yard return. 1st and 10, Watertown 47. And they have in there at quarterback Marcus Rabine. He's got a wingback left, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Rabine awaits the snap as a man in motion. He's going to give it to first in trouble. Looks for a block, trying to get to the outside. Mohammed ran him down, though. Gain of a yard on the play. Washington did a good job of stringing that play out, and then Mandela Mohammed came up and made the tackle. Give him 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. 49-yard line of Watertown for Watertown. They have 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, wing back on the left side. Marcus Rabine, shotgun formation on 2nd and 8. takes the snap. He's going to give to Wenches. Nice hole up the middle. Wenches going to get to the 46 of Washington, and that'll be a gain of 5 on the carry for Wenches. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, 23-0 in favor of Washington. It'll be third down and 1, 2, 3 for a first down for the Watertown Arrows. They line up with Baumberger wide to the left side, Werner wide to the right side. First in trouble, tight to the formation right side. Wing back left. Marcus Rabine on third down and 3. Takes the snap. Wenches runs right, trying to get away from the tacklers. Pulls forward. He'll get the first down. Good effort by Spencer Wenches. He has really been a bright spot in this ball game for the Watertown Arrows. He's done it on offense. He's done it on defense. He's gotten a turnover. Spencer, a 6'1", 195-pound sophomore for the Watertown Arrows, having a very nice football game. He's got a sack to his credit as well. He's done a good job. First and 10, Watertown, 42 of Washington. Rabine, 2 receivers either side. Marcus awaits the snap, takes it. There goes Wenches again, this time left side. He'll fall forward for 3. Second down and 7 for Watertown, 39 of Washington. 3:49 to go third quarter. It's 23-0 in favor of Washington. They scored 17 points in 1:48 at the end of the first half. Arrows, same formation, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, wing left. Linebackers creeping up now for Washington. Rabine on 2nd and 7, going to give to Wenches, and he broke the tackle of one linebacker. Got a yard on the play. You run like this, and all of a sudden you start to see those linebackers moving up and moving up. And Jackson Hayden, one of the linebackers, made the first hit when Ntanda helped out as well. Third down and 6 for Watertown at the Washington 38-yard line. They line up same formation, 2 right, 1 left, wing left. Running back to the right shoulder of the quarterback, Marcus Rabine, straight back to pass. Blitz coming, rolls to his right, sacked, lost the ball. Picked up by Washington as well. Rabine lost the ball when he went down. Washington recovered it. It was Chase Gunderson. Gunderson recovers the fumble, and it'll be first and 10 for Washington at the Arrow 45. First and 10, Sioux Falls, Washington at Watertown's 45-yard line. With 2:38 to go in the third quarter, Washington 23, Watertown 0. First and 10, Warriors, 45 of the Arrows. Otten goes wide left, 2 to the right side. Running back to the right shoulder of Hoffman. Tommy takes the snap, gives to his running back Cantor, running left, tried to jump over a tackler, but another guy who's had a pretty good game, Ashton, first in trouble, made a nice grab of the ankle and brought him down after a gain of 3. Second down and 7 for Washington at the Arrow 42-yard line. Otten comes right, joined out here by Kayon. Wide to the left side goes Franklin. Give, running back running left and running hard to the left. Pyle goes to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 5 for Cantor and brings up a third down and 2 for Sioux Falls, Washington. 1:50 to go. Washington hustles to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Third down and 2. Hoffman takes the snap. Penalty flags fly. Somebody wasn't set. And it'll be a procedure penalty against Washington. Got to get set for a split second. And unable to do that was one of the big offensive linemen for Sioux Falls, Washington. So now it is third down and 7 for Washington. Ball back at the 42-yard line of the Watertown Arrows. Warriors have 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. Arrows playing tighter defensively now on these receivers. Hoffman flips it out in the flat to Otten. Otten pushed out of bounds, and he'll come up short of the first down. Otten got 5 yards. He needed 7, so it's 4th and 2 for Washington at the Arrow 37. Warriors will go for it on 4th and 2. They line up on a power formation here. Now they'll shift. 2 wide receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Hoffman by himself in the backfield. Takes the snap, looks, throws it underneath, got Cantor. First down and more. He'll get to the 28-yard line, 29-yard line. It's a gain of 8 on the pass completion on 4th down as Cantor made the reception. So the drive stays alive with 1:25 to go in the third quarter. Washington has it 1st and 10 at the Arrow 29-yard line. Franklin goes wide left. Otten to the near side, short side. Keon is the slot on the right side. Hoffman takes the snap, gives to Oman, grabbed immediately, thrown down by Hendricks. It'll be a loss of a yard on the play. Simon Hendricks on the tackle. Brings up a 2nd down and 12, a loss of 2. 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Franklin goes wide left with Keon. Wide to the near side, Otten. Wing back on the right side, now shifts left. Hoffman, shotgun formation, now shifts back to the right. Slot there on the right side. Snap. Back to passes Hoffman. Down the left side, up for grabs. Overshoots everybody at the goal line. Nobody had a chance to catch that ball. So it'll be 3rd down and 12 for Washington with 29 seconds to go. Third quarter, they have a 3rd down and 12 at the Watertown 31-yard line. Washington, a long time in the huddle, breaks it now. 3 receivers left. All by himself on the right side is Schmidt. Caden Schmidt. Hoffman awaits the snap, all-out blitz coming. He's going to run up the middle. He's got an opening. Looks for first down yardage. Dives for it. He'll come up short. He did get 11. He needed 12. It'll be 4th and 1 for Washington at the 20-yard line of the Watertown Arrows. 10 seconds to go in the third quarter, and Washington's going to let the clock run out. So we've ended 3 quarters of play. Washington 23, Watertown nothing. You're listening to the Arrows on KS 93. Back in a minute.
High school athletics is a huge part of a community. I'm Dr. Ross Schulte, and the team at Family Dental Center would like to recognize and thank the athletes for their hard work and dedication.
And I'm Dr. Amy Schulte. The team at Watertown Family Eye Care is proud of our Arrow athletes. We wish them the best as they pursue their dreams.
Family Dental Center.
And Watertown Family Eye Care. 2 great teams, 1 location. 22 19th Street Southeast in Watertown.
Let the team at Bruggeman Insurance in Watertown help you with your game plan. For over 50 years, the team at Bruggeman Insurance has been helping people make good, sound decisions when choosing health and life insurance, Medicare supplement and long-term care insurance, and executing a sound financial game plan. So call Vince or Carla or Bridget Rammel at Bruggeman Insurance today, 886-9043, or online, BruggemanInsurance.com.
3 quarters done. It's Washington 23, Watertown nothing. With 1:48 to go in the first half, it was a 6-0 game. Washington scored 17 points in the 1:48 of the end of the first half and lead 23-0. They now have it 4th and 1 at the Watertown 20-yard line. Fourth down and 1 for Washington at the 20-yard line of the Arrows. 2 receivers either way. Running back to the left now shifts out, so empty backfield. 3 receivers in the formation. Hoffman takes the snap, looks, rolls to his right. He'll get the first down as he dives to the 18-yard line. Gain of a couple of yards for Hoffman. It brings up a 1st and 10 Washington at the 18. An arrow down on the field with cramps. And that is going to be the tackle. Caden Beauchamp has cramps in his left leg. So a timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. 11:55 to go in the game. 23-0 Washington. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
Jenica Potabom, an interior designer with Larry's Lumber, talks about how they can help you with your decking.
A lot of people go with composite decking for a couple reasons. You have the low maintenance compared to a cedar decking or a wood deck. It's going to be a little bit more of an investment. Life cycle cost is something to take into consideration. You're not going to have to mess with it, stain it in a couple years, keep that upkeep going. And there's fun things you can do with that too for aluminum rail systems, which are also low maintenance and nice, a good look. We're doing a matte black, a lot of streamlined, clean lined deck and rail solutions.
So Beauchamp moving off the field is cramping his left leg. You could see him working on it there. So far now, total offense, Watertown 40 yards, Washington 299 yards of total offense. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Washington at the Arrow 18-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Cantor to the right shoulder of the quarterback. Hoffman shifts Schmidt as a slot right now. Hoffman gets the snap back to pass, flips it out in the flat, got Cantor. Makes a move, broke a tackle from first in trouble, but then brought down by Hendricks after a gain of 3. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 for Washington at the Arrow 16-yard line. Otten comes wide to the left side. Keon wide to the left side. Wide to the right side, Franklin. Hoffman awaits the snap, takes the snap, gives running back running left. Cantor got away from Wenches that time. Flag comes in way late. Looks like that might be a holding penalty against Caden Schmidt, but way late on the play. Caden Schmidt was trying to block one of the arrows, and he got called for holding, so that'll be a penalty against Washington. The flag is down at the 13-yard line. It's a 10-yard penalty from the point of the infraction. They'll take it out around the 22 or 23, where it'll be 2nd down and 14. Ball down at the 22-yard line of Sioux Falls, Washington. Otten comes wide left, Franklin wide right, Keon slot right. Hoffman on 2nd down and 14 as Otten in motion, back to pass, throws across the middle, got his man Caden Schmidt. Schmidt grabbed there on the play by Austin Johnson and brought down after a gain of 3. So it'll be 3rd down and 12 for Washington at the 20-yard line of the Watertown Arrows. 10:20 to go in the game. Washington 23, Watertown 0. Otten comes wide to the near side. Franklin wide to the far side. Keon slot on the left side. Now shifting to tight end on the left side is Schmidt. Hoffman takes the snap back to pass. Looks, chased, runs, still looks, throws towards the end zone. Touchdown. Falling down was the defensive back, Werner. He got back up and took a swing at the ball but couldn't get his hand on it, and Otten caught it for the touchdown, his 4th of the ball game, and Sioux Falls, Washington leads 29-0. They'll try to tack on a point after. So far has not been successful for Justin Zatino. This kick is up, and this one is successful. 9:53 to go in the game, 30-0 Washington. Back in 30 seconds.
It may be tough to get to roadside gas in Mint Casino on Highway 212 in Watertown due to the construction, but trust me, it's worth the hassle. You'll get double punches on your car washes at the most inexpensive full-service car wash in town on Wednesdays. They will also send you home with a free bag of ice with any purchase.
Thank you.
And Mint Casino has some of the hottest games in town with rear private parking. Roadside gas in Mint Casino, Highway 212 Watertown, doubling your car wash punches on Wednesdays.
Tommy Hoffman on the scramble that time. Werner was running with Otten. Werner fell down near the goal line. He got back up as Tommy Johnson threw that ball. He swung at it, but he just couldn't get a hand on it. Otten made a nice reception, his 4th touchdown catch of the ball game, and Washington leads 30-0. 9 minutes and 53 seconds to go here. And Noah Weber will kick the ball once again at the 40-yard line. His last 2 kicks have been line drive squibbers. Left-footed kicker approaches the football. It's a line drive kick, going to bound at the 10. First in trouble, grabs it at the 5, starts left, comes right, goes backwards to the 10, goes backwards even further, and eventually goes down around the 17-yard line. They're going to give him the 19-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Arrows at the 14-yard line, I should say, as they went backwards. 14-yard line for Watertown, 1st and 10. The Arrows have had the ball twice in the second half. Result, interception. Result, fumble. 2 receivers either side for the Arrows. Marcus Rabine in at quarterback. Wenches behind him. 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers now as Washington knows the Arrows are going to run the ball. Wenches with a gain of 3. Wenentanda making the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for Watertown around the 18-yard line, their own. 9:20 and counting to go in the game, 30-0 in favor of Washington. 2 receivers either side. Rabine signals to Wenches. He's going to throw it out in the flat. Got his man, but the pass was a little high. Making the catch, though, and making something positive out of it was Nathan Briggs, I believe. And it was Nathan Briggs. He'll gain 2 yards on the reception. Gain of 2 brings up a 3rd down and a short 4, long 3. Had that ball been a little bit more on Nathan Briggs' hands, he would have had a chance at some yardage. He's got a good block out here, but the ball was kind of high and behind him. So it's 3rd down, long 3 in motion. Back to pass, Rabine looks one way. He's got his man. That'll be a 1st down. Rabine never took his eyes off of Olson, the wide receiver out there. Olson made the reception, sat down, a gain of 4 and a 5 and a 1st down. 8 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10, Watertown around the 31 or 26 their own. 2 receivers either way. Rabine awaits the snap, takes it. He'll give to Wenches, runs up the middle. Wenches brought down on the play this time by Raymond Rames. Gain of a couple of yards for Wenches. So it'll be a 2nd down and 8. We had one of the stadium officials come in and tell us we don't have a lot of time after the game's over, so we'll have to hustle through the post-game show. 2nd down and 8. Rabine, shotgun formation as a man in motion, takes the snap, gives to his motion man Werner. He's caught by the ankle and brought down. Wenentanda in on the tackle. Linebacker got him first, Chase Gunderson by the ankle. Fell forward for maybe a yard on the play. And it'll be 3rd down and 7. Third down and 7 for Watertown. They have the ball at the 29-yard line, their own. 2 receivers either way for the Arrows. A couple of them lined up on the 24 instead of the 29. Rabine back to pass, looks across the middle. Missed his man, though. Again, never really took his eyes off of the intended receiver. And that was Ashton first in trouble, but there were 2 defenders there. Had that ball not go down in the dirt, the defenders had a better shot at it than the offensive player. So Watertown will punt the ball once again. Smith and Mohammed go back to receive it. Their coach is saying call for a fair catch. I can see him down here on the sideline. He's already saying call for a fair catch. Wenches to punt the ball. He stands at his 16-yard line. Gets a good snap. Good punt. Nice spiral. They didn't call for a fair catch, and Smith runs right. Good block. Nope, it's going to be a crackback block. There's flags all over the place. Smith going to return it all the way to the Arrow 26, but that's coming back. There's going to be at least 3 penalties on this play, and one of them's a crackback way back at the 44-yard line of Washington. Then there's a flag down at the 43-yard line of Watertown. Then there's another flag down at the 47-yard line of Watertown. So it's going to be the flag back at the 44 of Washington that the Arrows take. So they call it a block in the back against the return team. It's a 10-yard penalty from the 44, so it should go back to the 34. And Washington will start 1st and 10 at their 34-yard line. And that's where they will put the ball down. 7:11 to go in the game. It is 30-0 Washington on top. Otten wide receiver left, slot left is Keon. Franklin goes wide to the right side. Wing back on the left side. Oman, the running back, to the right shoulder of Tommy Hoffman. 1st and 10, Washington at their 34. Snap and give to Oman running left. Breaks 1 tackle and got across the 40 to the 41-yard line where he was brought down by Mason Whiting. Getting up limping was Austin Johnson for Watertown. Gain of 7 on the carry for Oman. Washington lines up 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. 2nd down and 3. Give to Oman, goes left. Oman grabbed by Wenches and stopped, but not before he got 6 yards and a 1st down. 6.5 to go in the game. 30-0 Washington on top. Next action for the Arrows will be next Friday at home against the Pierre Governors. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Tommy Hoffman with Oman to his left shoulder. Arrows in a 34D. Hoffman has a man in motion left to right. Takes the snap. He'll give to Oman. Nope, it is Oman. Broke 1 tackle. Goes forward. Nice gain. Good 2nd and 3rd effort there by Oman. He'll get 7. He was hit right away and was able to break that tackle, and a nice gain of 6 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 4 for Washington at the Arrow 47-yard line. Clock running, 5:45 to go in the game. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Oman to the left shoulder of the quarterback, Tommy Hoffman. Shift of tight end from right to left. Makes it almost an unbalanced line, but it's just a tight end shift. Oman runs into Wenches and runs into Caden Beauchamp. He'll get a yard on the play. Brings up a 3rd down and 3. So we'll do a quick pregame show, or postgame show, I should say, as we have to gather up our equipment and quickly get out of here. 30-0. What's that? Okay. 30-0 in favor of Sioux Falls, Washington. They have it 3rd down and 3. Hoffman takes the snap. He'll give to Oman, cuts left and then right, grabbed by the jersey, pulled forward was Austin Johnson that time. Oman with a good, strong run. He'll get a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Sioux Falls, Washington at the Arrow 36-yard line. 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the contest. Washington leading by a 30-0 score. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Oman, left shoulder of the quarterback, Hoffman. Hoffman awaits the snap, takes the snap. Oman runs right. He's got some room. Grabbed there by Werner. Brought down on the play after a gain of about 4. And that brings up a 2nd down and 6. 2nd down and 6 for Washington at the Watertown 32-yard line. 3:48 and counting to go in the game. Washington 30, Watertown nothing. Hoffman with Oman to his right shoulder this time. Takes the snap, gives to Oman running to the left. He was grabbed on the play immediately by a couple of different Arrows. In on the tackle was Johnson. Also Beauchamp in on the tackle as well. So it'll be 3rd down and 8 for Washington with 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the ball game, and they lead by a 30-0 score. They have 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right side. Hoffman flips it out in the flat to Keon, took his eye off the ball though, went through his hands and incomplete. Or Zion, I should say. And it goes incomplete. It'll be 4th down for Sioux Falls, Washington. And I'm not sure what they're doing here. Washington has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 guys out on the field. Now comes number 11. Otten will punt, but I think they're going to let the clock run down and take a penalty, and they will. So Washington will take a penalty or a timeout. Delay of game penalty. And now Otten will punt the ball. He'll stand in Arrow territory around the 49-yard line. Otten to punt from the Arrow 48-yard line. Gets a good snap. Kicks, punts it straight up in the air. It's going to bound and go backwards over his head. Goes sideways. He'll down it at the 48-yard line. That is now he's going to run it, and then an Arrow tackled him. He could have run it. That was a legal play. That's going to be a loss on the play of about 8 yards. The punt went straight up in the air. Nobody did anything, and then all of a sudden, Otten grabbed it, and an Arrow wisely tackled him because he could have run that football. And so they'll spot it down at the 47-yard line. I think it was Jaden Lambert who brought him down. 1st and 10, Watertown in there at quarterback now for the Arrows. is Trayton Hemrick. 3 receivers white, 1 to the left side. Hemrick takes the snap, throws it, got it to first in trouble, makes a couple of moves. He'll get to the 50, put his head down, run over a defensive player. Good hard run by first in trouble, and he makes it to a 9-yard gain. He was able to run hard enough to run over DeAntrell Smith that time. Nice gain by first in trouble. 2nd down and 1 for the Arrows. 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Trayton Hemrick, a 5'10" sophomore at quarterback now for Watertown. Trips left, 1 to the right side. Hemrick awaits the snap. Takes the snap. He'll give to his running back, running straight ahead. Breaks a couple of tackles, and that was Briggs, I believe. Yep, Nathan Briggs. First down for Briggs and the Arrows as they get to the 41-yard line. 1:50 to go in the game, 30-0, Washington on top. Hemrick has 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. Shotgun formation, signals his running back. Takes the snap, back to pass, flips it in the flat once again to first in trouble. First in trouble to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11 for Ashton. Ashton First in Trouble's had a good ball game. Beauchamp's had a pretty good ball game. Wenches has had a really good game. Austin Johnston played a pretty solid game as well at linebacker. Hemrick for a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Takes the snap, whistle blows, penalty against whom? False start on the Arrows, it looks like. Yep, it will be as they talk to the wide receiver. 1:06 to go, 30-0 in favor of Washington. It'll be set 1st and 15 now for the Arrows. The official will wind up the clock, and it'll go under a minute to go. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right side. In at quarterback again now is Trayton Hemrick. He awaits the snap from center, takes it. He's back to pass, looks, throws across the middle, a little bit too high for Cohen Kranz. Incomplete. 40 seconds to go. And the Arrows have it 2nd down and 15. Second down and 15 for Watertown at the 35 of Washington. Trayton, shotgun formation, 5 yards behind center. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, run straight ahead, break a couple of tackles. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Where it'll be a gain of 5 and 3rd down and 10 for Watertown. .20 seconds to go in the game. 3rd down and 10 for the Arrows at the 30-yard line of Washington. Trayton awaits the snap from center. He leans forward, grabs it. He'll give to Briggs, goes left and right. Briggs stopped on the play by Raymond Rames, and that'll do it. Final score, Washington 30, Watertown 0. We will take a break. We'll come back with some post-game information for you. We'll do that in 2 minutes.
Fall into savings at Sharp